Yo. What was it again? Oh yeah, no contact. No oh, that's not gonna work. No contact. How do they feel? And then we're gonna do Aries. Yeah, Aries. Okay. You. Hey, so when I be running my regular errands, right, throughout the day, I be seeing people from the gym. And like sometimes I be seeing like the big people at the gym. You know what I mean? I call them the big people because these like the heavy lifters and all that stuff. So I be seeing them and they be like, yo, what's up? You know what I mean? And they call me big guy. I be hype. What's up? What's up, the hive mind? I be hype. They call me big guy. They be like, yo, you went today? I'm like, yeah, you know I went today. You know what I'm saying? I'm part of the clique. I remember when nobody used to pay attention. Now they see me all the time. That's just how my life goes all the time. People be like, oh, I don't see him like that. And the next thing you know, you see me. Oh, man. All right, so we're getting started with Aries. Okay, so Aries, we're going to do it two ways. I'm going to do two spreads. So we're going to go with the Oracle first. When I do, like, sometimes I be doing readings with just the oracles. They be hitting too. They be fire. But anyway, we're just going to do it just the Oracle first for Aries. So, no contact. Hey, what's up, Shot? Caught me again. So they feel like you guys got some tension between y'all. All right, maybe probably a conversation that they want to have with you. So you could be dealing with a Virgo, all right, or somebody you work with. All right, there's issues with your habits. Could be a Leo. It's issues with your habits or like a routine, the schedule between y'all. All right, so things are off a little bit. And it could feel like you're getting your ego too much. Or it could be about money. Like it could be tension about money. And this person wants to compromise with you. Oh yeah, of course, Miss Faye. I got your back all day long. Hey, what's up, Miss Honey? All right, so this is the thing, though. They like your work ethic. And they like your discipline. Could be done with a Capricorn or a Taurus. All right, so they want to take leadership of this situation. Or at least take charge. All right, they want to build some type of structure. All right, so they got a lot of love for you. For some of y'all, they could feel like it's taboo, the connection itself. Or you're just not their usual type, or the connection brings up deeper and more intense feelings than what they're used to. All right, so like this relationship has caused them to do a lot of self-reflecting and a lot of like, I'm gonna say troubleshooting, because that's the first thing I thought was troubleshooting. So you could be dealing possibly with Scorpio, don't gotta be. All right, for some of y'all, this person is thinking about changing their diet, whatever that has to do with anything. You know what I mean? I think it's about money, like to save money maybe. So maybe they're thinking about changing their diet. Or they're thinking about changing their job, changing their occupation, something along the lines of that. Like something that they do regularly, they're thinking of changing it up. All right, and they feel like this is gonna give them more energy or give them more power or more ability to focus. So maybe they can like quit a job. This is how they're feeling now. That has nothing to do with anything. I don't know, but I guess maybe they can quit a job and that's probably gonna maybe like make things easier in the relationship. Cause like right now they feel like you guys are having issues finding a compromise or finding some type of middle ground. They feel like it's power struggles with y'all, and it may be about money or it may be about work or being too like strict or being too disciplined in the situation when really they just want to give you love and express a whole lot of fun, joy, and excitement. You know what I mean? For some of y'all, they could feel like it's more sexual and they really want to like dive deeper than that. Like they could feel like you're a temptation. So if they haven't talked to you in a while, they could be like really wanting to reach out and say something to you because it's like an intense pull that you guys have. But right now, you guys are just going through some type of conflict in their mind. You know what I mean? So currently, they're doing like some self-reflecting, just kind of like pondering the situation, because they may feel like this relationship is an opportunity for growth, all right, or like for something bigger. You know what I mean? I think they imagine more so like money, stability, being able to like buy like the finer things in life, or you know what I mean? So they may feel like they have to work more or be more disciplined at work. You know what I mean? Like maybe, so for some of y'all, this person is just dove straight into work and they may be having like casual flings on the outside. So it can go a couple different ways there too. So you need to know that. Cause like if there's multiple people that you guys may be checking on, they may be also like having like short-term flings on the outside, just working, trying to keep their head down, focused on like, you know, trying to make some money, trying to build stability, wealth, trying to buy the latest, the newest, maybe not superficial like, because it gives more like a responsible, but you know, with the Venus here, there is a tend to buy like some luxury. So you could be dealing with a Libra or a Taurus. It could be a desire to buy some luxuries, you know what I mean? But right now they feel like you're a temptation and they really do want to reach out to you. So like if you guys haven't talked, they really want to like say something to you, start the conversation up. Even if they feel like it'll be conflict, they kind of want to deal with that. You know what I mean? They feel like they can handle that. So they want to do like a checkup on you. That's what it is. This person feels like they want to check up on you. All right, so let me give you signs real quick and then we're going to go into the tarot. We got Virgo, Leo, Scorpio, Capricorn, Libra, Taurus, and Taurus. All right. All right. So anyway, so who is this person again? Oh, all right. Can we give a shout out to Hudson for giving me these dope deck? This tarot deck, it's the animal spirit. I like them. I always like cards that got a little bit of words on them. All right, what we got? All right, so this person is somebody who you feel like lied to you, or someone who didn't fill you in on the details. They maybe just tried to charge forward in the connection, but they didn't really provide any stability. So it's like they wanted to have a relationship, but they just didn't really provide stability. This person liked the attention that you gave them. So you could be dealing with a Virgo, could be dealing with a Cancer, could be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or you could be dealing with a Leo. I got Aries energy, all right? But anyway, this person is probably could have felt they could have done something better, or like they feel like you've gotten something better. Like now you're starting to get more praise or more public recognition. Other people are starting to notice you. So they feel like they don't really have any attainment or any like I'm gonna say possession towards you. They don't really feel like they own you. All right, like they could also be feeling like maybe they don't have enough, like they're not stable enough. So this person probably is worried about their public image, how they look to others. They kind of, all right, so I want to say they want to give you an expensive gift. So like if you guys haven't been talking, this person is actually thinking about like how could they, again, start up a conversation or initiate something between y'all where they can move the situation forward. Because they're more determined to see success or make something stable out of a situation that they felt wasn't stable. You know what I mean? I'm surprised I don't see any Pisces energy because that kind of sounds like a fantasy. But it's all in passion. And like the pentacles I got here are just not really stable. They're not practical. So like it's kind of like a fantasy is what I'm trying to say. But it doesn't have to be. Like there's potential for it to be grounded. It's just that the way they're going to go about it is just like not keeping it real, not telling you what's up from the rip. So like if you hear from this person, which I kind of feel like you will, it seems like this person is going to like hold some of the details to themselves and not really tell you like what's going on or why they haven't really been around or why things aren't really stable or grounded between y'all. It may be a lie because they may be like needing you for insight, or they may need you to help them focus on something. They may need you to help them strategize. Hey, what's up, tarot artists? All right, like, because this person is more worried about like how they look to others, or they're more worried about, hey, Alu, listen, I don't want to mess your name up, but I want to say Alu or Ali. Maybe I said that right. Maybe I said it right that time. But anyway, they're looking at a way to kind of like sneak back into your life and like, you know, present this illusion, is what I'm gonna call it, an illusion of like stability again. They want the connection to go back the way, I guess I'm gonna say the way it was. Because it's like you guys have a pattern. With the Ten of Pentacles here, you guys have had some type of established pattern. It just may have not felt stable to you. All right, so it's like maybe they're trying to feel like you're trying to break tradition. Like y'all have this way of doing things and you're trying to break tradition. So they may be trying to start focusing on you soon. It'd be like a lot of intensity and a lot of determination to like make this move forward. So you might notice them picking up the pace and stuff. All right, Aloe. Okay, I got it. I got it. I knew it. See, give me enough time, I'll figure anything out. All right, so yeah, that's what it's looking like. This person's looking, they're trying to attain you though. So it's like they want to lock you down, but it doesn't seem stable in the way that they're going to try to do it. All right, like they're going to try to put up a good image of it being that, but I don't see it. So that might be where the money comes from in that last spread I was just doing. All right, but anyway, let me give you signs. We got Virgo, Leo, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Aries, Cancer, and that's it. All right. So let me bring that down a little bit so y'all can see that. All right. Hey, do y'all ever go through like phases in your like through living where you live, where like sometimes you might sleep in the living room, then like maybe you're going through a stint where you're sleeping in your bedroom, or maybe you're going through a stint where you're like, I don't know, sleeping on, I'm just giving you an example, sleeping in the foyer, sleeping in your bedroom. I mean, somewhere, just sleeping anywhere but like where you normally would sleep. I'd be going through like stints where like sometimes I sleep in my room, other times I sleep in the living room. You know what I mean? Sometimes I can even fall asleep on the love seat, like kind of like crunched up. I'm like, what the hell? And it'd be like for spurts, like 2 weeks, a week at a time or something. I'm like, that's kind of weird. And I was just wondering, like, I wonder if anybody else does that. Like the regular areas where you would be comfortable just don't feel comfortable. So you like be moving around or shifting around the house and falling asleep. Anyway, that was a little rant that I thought about because it'd be hitting me sometimes. All right, we on Taurus. Yeah, like change it up a little bit, you know what I mean? And I got some comfy blankets, so I'm like, look, man. All right, so Taurus, no contact. How do they feel? Okay, cool. I knew I wasn't alone in that. I was like, that's kind of weird. Maybe that's just my thing. All right, so Taurus, no contact. How do they feel? Okay, could be dealing with a Leo. All right, so they're still attracted to you. That's the first thing I wanted to say, though. They're still attracted to you. So this is somebody who feels like you guys are fated to meet each other. You guys have similar life goals, or they feel like your relationship would be goals, or they feel like you have goals. They want to nurture you. So they still got a lot of love and care for you. Could be dealing with the Cancer, a lot of care and concern for you. They could be wanting to either rebirth the situation, or they could feel like this is ended, but it's been ended because of your ego. Like, you know what I mean? The older you get, this happens. Oh, okay, well, yeah, I guess I'm getting there. I'm getting in that more mature stage where I'll be comfy wherever now. Well, not comfy wherever, but comfy around the house, wherever. You could put a blanket on the kitchen sink, and I'll find a way to lay down. But anyway, this person does. So for some of y'all, this person wants to share resources with you. They've been thinking about this. They might feel like you owe them. So if they don't necessarily want to like share with you, they feel like you owe them. All right. That's kind of feel what it is. They feel like you might have been part of their karma. So this person feels like you made them a lot more confident, a lot more attractive, all right, a lot more disciplined, or a lot more focused on like their own happiness and where they need to go. So, okay, so they feel like you guys were fated to run into each other, but you taught them more of like a self-love, all right, gave them more confidence, gave them more of like a drive to do things in their life, you know what I mean? Like you gave them purpose. So they kind of feel like the relationship between y'all gave them purpose and gave them a feeling of like touching close to their intimacy, or their intimacy needs, like their emotions. So you gave them more of like a feel of their emotions. They maybe weren't used to like feeling emotions until you came along. So like this person, it's almost like that, like Aries, but this isn't like, they're not reflecting on it. It's just kind of like they're still holding on to it. Like maybe it's like hope that they're hoping for. It's like they're maybe hoping that you guys connect again, or like run into each other again. Because with the North Node, this is usually a fated encounter. So they could be hoping that you guys run into each other again. They're like protective of this connection. So you could be dealing with Capricorn, Scorpio, Leo, Cancer. All right. They're trying to be patient. They could be running out of patience though. So like this person wants to hear from you, but I don't know if they're going to do, I mean, they wanted to like start over, but I don't know. I don't really see too much action as far as like cards, other than like maybe the North Node could be possibly like an action, something going, something happening, but it don't really seem that way. Just kind of seems like they're like waiting. All right. Like I don't know. They feel like they don't know enough. So it's like maybe they don't feel like they have enough information to really like assert themselves or present themselves to you. You know what I mean? So no contact. This person is proud of you. All right. Hey, what's up, Jean-Julien? So they're proud of you. So if you guys haven't talked, this person is proud of you. So you guys could have ended some type of karmic cycle then, because we got the 8th house here, which is a transformative house. So it's a life-changing house. So they could feel like you guys have changed each other's lives, that maybe you guys have built things together or created some type of like soul tie together, and it's still there, it still lingers on them, and they still kind of like remember it. You know what I mean? But it's like something that they feel has sparked them into a better version of themselves. So this is how they feel about you though. It's not bad. They still got love for you, because we got Cancer here and a Leo here, and this is all about generosity and someone who genuinely cares about you. So they still genuinely care about you. They just feel like you guys maybe are going on different paths, because sometimes the North Node in relationships can be a challenge because one of us may grow faster than the other. So that might be like part of the struggle, where one of us is like evolved a little quicker than the other, And now there's a choice or decision having to be made, and it could be a little hard because the North Node is like a challenge to go try something different. So, you know, and with the eighth house, it's usually one of those scorpionic. So like, even if you make a choice or decision, it kind of lingers with you for a while. Cause it's like, well, what if I did it, you know, the old way, or I went back. So they kind of like want to, but at the same time, they kind of feel like they need to go forward or move on, or like, you know, fulfill like their other life missions, which can just be like whatever else they have to do before you guys meet up again. Because sometimes a North Node and a synastry I've noticed could be sometimes where people like meet up again, where you guys are like going in the same path, but maybe you have to split off for a second. Because like I said, maybe one of y'all evolved a little faster than the other. All right, so sometimes it's just part of that, but that's what we're looking at so far. So let me give you signs real quick and we're gonna go to the next spread. We got Capricorn, Scorpio. I just seen Pisces too. So Scorpio, Pisces, Leo, Cancer, and Capricorn. All right, so let's get over here and check it. So no contact. How they feeling? All right. So who is this person? All right, so this is somebody you haven't interacted with in a while. We got Wheel of Fortune in a while. Yep, and we got Three of Wands. Could be an Aries, Pisces, Sag, or an Aquarius. So this is somebody who wants to come back around again. They want to negotiate or talk things out with you. And this is somebody who's not really tripping on if they win or if they get the overall leverage or advantage in the situation. They might have felt like there were words that were left unsaid, or they've been hearing like rumors, gossip. So like this person maybe wants to confront you about it, but they don't want any troubles or issues. All right, so this is somebody who like, they secretly admire you. They secretly admire how you keep looking forward, or how you keep expecting the best out of life, or how you keep expecting things to work out for you or pan out for you. So like this is somebody who's optimistic about the connection. Not like, I mean, yeah, definitely, because we got King of Cups here. So they're optimistic about the connection, but I think it's more so because they don't want you to maybe look at them in a bad light. They kind of want you to see them in this, I'm not gonna say a holier than thou, but they kind of want to see you, and you want you to see them in a more beneficial. They felt like it was bad timing between y'all. Like, you know, remember I was just saying, like, you guys could have been going, one of you could have evolved faster than the other. Wheel of Fortune is just bad timing. You know what I mean? Unexpected changes could have happened, you know what I mean? Or sometimes it's just misfortune, stuff that like I couldn't control, like, you know, like COVID, we couldn't control that. Who knew that you would lose a job? Who knew you could lose a house, car, whatever? You couldn't control that. That wasn't nothing you could have seen. Maybe if you were reading the cards and you was like, oh snap, maybe, you know what I mean? But even then, you couldn't imagine it to be that magnitude at that way. But anyway, it's something like that. It's like they couldn't really express, like that's what it is. Five of Swords is conflict. They couldn't really express it, couldn't really put it into words what they were going through. So it could have been like turmoil that they were dealing with, inner issues, inner conflict, like not really knowing how to put it into words and address it. And a lot of times it was like they didn't really know how to stand up for themselves and really tell you what was on their mind. So this is like somebody who walked away from it, you know, trying to avoid any type of conflict with you. They didn't really want to say too much, but they want to come back around because they can see, like, maybe you can see your vision or they can see your point of view. Sometimes they can see the bigger picture from like walking away from it, because the Five of Swords is Aquarius energy, and Aquarius always learns from a detached view. So like if you guys were arguing, bickering, getting into some type of like, you know, debacle or whatever, and then after that the situation's over and you guys kind of go to your own separate corners, suddenly things start to make a little bit more sense. Like, oh, I get where they were talking about. I see what they were saying. They weren't really saying it this way, or I see why they were acting that way because, you know what I mean? So they start to see your perspective, but from a distance, because we also got the moon in reverse, which just means that what was hidden is starting to be a lot more clear. All right, so like they're starting to recognize those feelings that you were bringing up in them and what you were trying to get to, or like maybe what you were trying to convey or like present to them. They're starting to see your point, your angle now. All right, so they are optimistic about like maybe talking it out, communicating. They want to get on the same page with you. They just felt, like I said, in the past, it was just bad timing, or just like circumstances were against the connection. So for some of y'all, this might be like travel. Three of Wands could be like a travel. So they may start like come towards you, or like, you know, take a trip towards you, or there could be like a trip somewhere involved in this situation because they want to see the situation expand. All right. This, you know, with the moon here, this could be like an illusion or a fantasy though. All right. It's not that it's bad because this person has genuine love here, but you just need to know that this is an illusion. And because we got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, this is volatile energy. This is not really nothing you can control. And because the moon is here, we don't know how it could turn out. It's just fate. We just like, you know, you can go make the situation happen, but we don't know how it may turn out. It could just be fated to either work out or not work out. It's really one of those risks that you take. All right, so signs we got: Aquarius, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Scorpio, Aries, Pisces, Sag. All right, so let's get over here to Gemini. All right, so Gemini. All right, so we're gonna do it again with the Oracle. So Gemini, sorry, I need that rubber band. All right, so Gemini, no contact, how do they feel? Oh, they feel like you look attractive. Yeah, you got there. Yeah, look, whenever first house come out, it's the attractive card. So they still feel like you're attractive, so they feel like you still got it. All right, they remembered you. So first house is usually like early childhood, people that you've known for like, a while, from like, maybe your younger years. So they feel like you're still attractive. All right, they feel like you're still sensible. Yep, and we got the sun here too. Could be dealing with the Leo, could be dealing with Libra or Aries, Capricorn. So they still feel like you're driven and ambitious, all right? Like you got a lot of power and you have a lot of ability, natural talents, all right? That's how they feel about you. That you're just, so mostly it's your physical appearance. All right, so people from like your past, you're not talking to anymore, are still thinking about your physical appearance. They think about your body. But they think about, so Libra isn't really, well, yeah, because the first house does represent how you're seen, or like how other people see you when you first enter into a situation. So they're thinking about that. They're thinking about how they remembered you when you first came into their life. So, okay, these are like reflecting. People kind of still think about you. They still think about you. They want to socialize with you though. Whenever I have Libra or Leo energy here, they want to socialize with you. So they do want to talk to you, and they want to be able to be like in their ego where they can like look like they're their best. So they may become dressed up if you ever talk to these people, all right? They feel like you're a leader or you have leadership abilities, all right? So you got leadership qualities and you know how to like smooth over situations with other people. So you're like a negotiator or a mediator, or you're just a smooth talker, all right? Yeah, but it's your attraction though. That's really, if we were gonna talk about anything out of anything in this, it's the way you look, all right? And how serious you are when it comes to business, or how you handle your business. Like you're very practical. You do what you're supposed to do. Like your responsibilities, you handle them, you know what I mean? But you do them with a sense of flair, all right? It's attractiveness. It's like everything that you almost do kind of just gives them like this, Gemini's doing this. Like it's almost like those glary eyes, like, oh. So they like to see you. That's what they want. They want to be able to see you. So I don't know if there's somebody like be around you sometimes, and you guys just don't talk. Maybe it's like a secret admirer or something, but I don't see no moon. But it could be, they see potential, and I seen that earlier. So they see potential in like a relationship with you. So with Libra here, they want to negotiate, all right? And they may want to please you more than you want to please them. So like this would be like a opportunity where it's supposed to be balanced, but it's supposed to be like an opportunity where they maybe give you more, or just try to appease you a little bit more to get what they would want too, you know what I mean, on the back end. That's what it kind of looks like. Like they're patient, they want to be patient, and they want to kind of move at you like cautiously though. So it's like they want to be sensible, sociable, and talkative, all right? Like just the upbeat when they show up. So how they're feeling about you is still attracted to you and wanting to bump into you or wanting to like talk to you or socialize with you or like have you around in some type of partnership, all right? Like they see your potential, so really they want to talk. And sextile is here, which means that they really want to communicate, all right? They just want to talk, chat, you know what I mean? Have fun with you, it's excitement, all right? They want to entertain you, if anything, because the people pleasing energy of Libra could be an entertainer. So they could be wanting to entertain you. For some of y'all, they could be thinking about building a business, or they could be wondering about your business, like your potential business. How's it doing? You know what I mean? They could feel like you're a boss. So they're wondering like, how's it going? You know what I mean? Like, what do you want? They maybe want to work together, because sometimes Libra is a relationship, all right? It doesn't always have to be that, but it could be, you know what I mean? So yeah. All right, anyway, second spread. Who are they? Somebody who's pressed. 10 of Wands. Somebody, and then 9 of Wands. Okay, so this is somebody who's afraid to move forward, and they press, but they're trying to. And again, we got the 5 of Swords in reverse again. So it could be a Leo, Aquarius, Sag, Cancer, Pisces. All right, so this is the thing about y'all. So they feel like you guys are the best options. They get overwhelmed expressing their feelings towards you. We got the Queen of Cups here. This just means that they care about you, but the strength is in front of it. So that just means that they could be a little bit prideful when it comes to expressing how they feel about you. Like it could be hard or it could be a little difficult. They could be afraid because maybe before when they did it, it just didn't work out. We got from the 10 to the 9 to the 5 of Swords. It could be a difficulty like getting these words out. Almost like I was just saying with Taurus, kind of like this person. So you guys are dealing with, I don't know if you guys are dealing with the same Leos or same Libras. Like these people have issues communicating. That's just how they be though. But yeah, that's it. They feel like you're very fair though and very diplomatic. Like the way you handle situations is very diplomatic. And so that's how they want to come back around, but they're just kind of afraid to like maybe initiate or go too far. You know what I mean? And I was reading this quote one time that said that it's better to go too far than not far enough. So they really need to risk it. All right, and because the sun is here, it's like an issue with the ego. Like, you know, you don't want to be wrong when the sun shows up. You know what I mean? Like this, I'm going to give you my best appearance, my best look, my best game, and it better work. Because if it doesn't work, my ego is crushed and shattered. Like, how dare you? And it's almost like a betrayal. You know what I mean? So this is how they would feel. It's like with the 5 of Swords, it could sometimes be a betrayal, but it's in reverse. So it's like they don't want to lose, but they're willing to like negotiate or approach this situation in a more, I'm gonna say peaceful way, where they like not really blaming you and they're not like faulting you for anything. They just kind of like want to resolve the issue through communication, because it's like there's a lot of tension for them and they feel like they've been carrying more of the relationship, either the responsibilities or more of the desire. So they want to say something, they want to come back around and talk, which is funny. A lot of y'all have this because the Seven of Cups in reverse just could either be you're tempted by, like they feel tempted by you, or they feel like you were the best option that they had, the best pick. You know what I mean? And they're starting to see through the illusion of maybe having too many things going on at one time. So like, this doesn't even have to mean like they were like dating anybody else. They could have just been too busy, could have been working, could have been like focused on like too many other things in their life, which could be anything like family, food, housing. Like they could have been worried about too many other things that they had to handle. So anyway, they're looking like they want to approach you again, but it's a struggle for them, really in the ego, because it's like they don't want to be like, they don't want to get it wrong. That's really what I want to say. They don't want to get it wrong, and their intention is to try to please you, right? So that's what it's all about. It's like they're trying to please you and come in and be easygoing, real chill vibes, you know, charming, boost you up, gas you up. So like that's their intention. So I don't know. I mean, they're going to do it, but I think they're holding on to right now because like they keep kind of like thinking and then overthinking themselves and then getting pessimistic about it. But they really have this big burning desire to like move this situation forward and be more persistent with you. So it's like almost like being more devoted, but like they have this issue with their self-image. You know what I mean? Like how they see themselves is where the issue is. Like maybe they don't feel the most attractive. Like you make them feel attractive, but for some reason there's a conflict in it where it's like they don't see themselves. They don't see themselves in that way or in that light. So like being around you makes them feel confident, makes them feel attractive. That's what it is. That's what it is. So this is what they're thinking from no contact. It's like, I want to come back around because they kind of want to indulge in your energy. Like you make me feel attractive. You make me feel like an individual. You make me feel seen. You know what I mean? And they're afraid if it doesn't go how it's supposed to go in their mind, that their ego will be hurt, and then maybe they're not attractive, or maybe they're not worthy, or maybe they're, you know what I mean, maybe they're not able to get what they want with their natural abilities. You know what I mean? You know how like maybe you're known for like batting your eyes and guys that like buy you coffee. Maybe this person, when you bat your eye, they be like, what is that? You got a tick in your eye? What is that? You need somebody to blow your eye? And you're like, oh, that's my natural ability. Like it doesn't work today. So that's how this person feels if you guys don't really take the offer or like don't allow them to like hold conversation with you. So like maybe this could even be like somebody who you, because sometimes when I see the 5 of Swords, I always think of it as somebody who we walk past. You know what I mean? Like we may be talking, like brief talking, but we may not say too much, or we just kind of like walk past each other and never say nothing. But maybe we've talked before. Maybe we had an issue communicating and now we don't talk, but we just kind of still see each other. It's kind of like that vibe. So it's almost like an office vibe. Like maybe you work around this person or be around this person, or you see this person often enough, but like the conversations never really went too in depth. It was kind of like we had issues like communicating or like just saying what we felt to each other, expressing it. So that's what it is. It's like they have a lot of pride here and they kind of like overthink themselves. And then when they overthink themselves, they try to act like it's not no big deal. So that's where the issue is. All right. Anyway, That's how they feel about you. They still desire you. It's about your looks and your attraction, possibly your body. All right. Yeah, and the way that you normally get whatever it is you desire. So they just want to please you. All right. So let me give you signs. We got Aries, Libra, Leo, Pisces, Cancer, Gemini, Aquarius, Sag. All right. So that's that for Gemini. Cancer. Cancer. All right, so Cancer, no contact. How are they feeling? All right, so we're gonna shake this up a little bit one more time. They could be wanting to do something unusual. Could be done with an Aquarius. Could be done with a Leo. All right, they could be wanting to change up like the pattern that you guys have, or just kind of like inject some type of spontaneity into it. Yep, we got a lot of Leo energy keep coming up, and I definitely just shuffle these. So we'll see. All right, Mars energy. So you could be done with the Leo, Scorpio. Oh yeah, they want a union, a partnership with y'all. So for some of y'all, they're gonna be a lot more persistent and moving forward. But they want to, so their feelings are they want a partnership with y'all. But with Mars here, there's a big desire, a desire to like make things happen. This could even be sometimes jealous and possessive. Because when the sun is here, there's the ego. It's always the ego here. They're thinking about self, but they want a partnership. They feel like you empower them, you make them better, you strengthen like abilities that they already have, but they feel like together you guys would be able to like be a powerhouse. All right. They just like being around you, really. That's what I really want to say. They like being around you. All right. They can feel like you're bossy or pushy. So if you guys haven't talked anymore, this person still wants a relationship. They still want to connect with you. They still want to be up under you. All right. They still desire you. They still want to pursue you, but they also kind of feel like possessive and jealous over you. All right. Like something about their pride. You've hurt their pride. That's really a big thing here. Pride. Pride is the devil, huh? This is what's going on in most of these readings. Look like the same energy. All right. They feel like you're masculine, like you're very masculine, and you're trying to be in charge of the connection, in charge of relationship. If you're a masculine, I guess that's cool. Maybe she's in her masculine and she's feeling like you guys are having ego battles or having tension and clashes, because Mars can be somebody who's volatile, very aggressive. So they could feel like either you're aggressive, you know, and stuck in your ego, or they're feeling still this way, like stuck in their ego, but feeling possessive and desiring to like control, possess the relationship because they want the relationship with you. They feel like, you know, you make me better. You know what I mean? They could be good on their own, but with you, what's that? I'm good all by myself. With you, I forgot. It's a Fabulous song. I know, or Neo, Fabulous and Neo. You make me better. I forgot how the words go. But anyway, so Tower. This is who this person is. This is somebody who you had an unexpected ending with. So just you guys could have had some type of breakthrough or something where the relationship didn't go as you thought it would go, and then you guys stopped giving each other attention. All right, so that's just how it goes. But anyway, we got 8 of Wands here, and we got the King of Wands here. Even though King of Wands in reverse, and we got the Queen of Wands here too. So they still see you as a match. All right, and that's why I feel the King of Wands in reverse is somebody who's jealous and possessive lover. So they feel like you're getting attention elsewhere, low key. So they feel like other people are seeing you and you're just not like broadcasting what you really got going on. All right, so it's jealousy and a desire to possess you. All right, they really want the truth from you. Because they feel like you guys just kind of ended out of nowhere. So they just assume that maybe you just had somebody else already like hanging out, lingering, waiting on the opportunity. And so that's why like the Mars shows up as like anger and being stuck in, and more so like my ego. Like, you know, this is about me now. It's not about you. I want the relationship now, more like a possessive way. So you could be, there's a lot of Leo energy in here. So you guys got to be dealing with like a fire sign, or either Aries, Leo, Sag, or possibly a Scorpio. Because that's really all the energy I got here, Scorpio and fire. All right, so if it's not necessarily, or it could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But anyway, this person must have like a Scorpio house, like a 8th house placement or a Scorpio placement, because it's like a lot of jealousy and possessiveness and desire to like have you, you're mine, you know what I mean? And they would be willing to fight for it, you know what I mean? And it doesn't mean necessarily physical, but with Mars, it's usually a physical, especially if it gets into like the ego. It's like, I'm willing to defend this tooth and nail. And so with the 8 of Wands and the King of Wands here in reverse, this is definitely jealousy, feeling like you have other romantic suitors. Other people are pursuing you. You could be going on trips, leaving out sometimes. They could be hearing messages sometimes. It's just the jealousy and really wanting to like come back because of that. Like, you know what I mean? Out of pride. It's really out of pride. So really they want to link with you because this person doesn't like being alone. That's what you should know. They do feel like you guys are like a match, but like they don't feel confident enough to lead the situation. So they may feel like you're in your masculinity. And that might be where the issue is. They may not feel confident enough to lead the situation. Or if you're a man, maybe they don't feel confident enough in you leading the situation. They may feel more like they're the man, if that makes sense. All right, so yeah, but anyway, yeah, they want to communicate with you, talk with you. They like the way you talk. That's a big thing here, your communication style and how you deal with unpredictability or unexpected changes, disasters, shit that like just comes out of nowhere. They like how you deal with that. You just be coming off real calm and having all this wise insight. So maybe when they're going through shit or they're like having things falling apart around them, you just be like the calm in the storm. You know what I mean? Maybe boosting their spirits, a cheerleader, making them feel like they can do it. You know what I mean? And they miss that. They're missing that like ego stroke from you. So it's kind of like they feel like you're doing this for others. You're giving others this attention. You know, others are giving you this attention. And now that's why you guys have fallen apart. So like this is somebody who's just like wants to be impulsive. You know what I mean? And possibly, like I said, aggressive to make something happen with y'all. And they would probably want to do it fast or just like unexpectedly pop up on you or communicate with you and initiate and then try to like, you know, push the situation forward, rush the situation, but out of like ego. So you need to know that it's like out of ego. They're going to want to work with you, but it's because maybe because they feel like you're, like I said, because you're getting a lot of attention. They see you as very attractive. That's usually all it ever be. You need to know that, right? So y'all need to know that in case you ever wonder. Because sometimes doing these be kind of pointless. Because for real, as long as you still look attractive, we're still looking at you. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if it changes for women like that, but for real, if you still look attractive for a man, we talk about this all the time. If a woman like, you know, say just, and this is real life. So say a woman rejects you as a man, you reject a man and he doesn't talk to you anymore. All right. Now, say this was like in your younger years, in your 20s, your 19s, your teens or whatever, right? And then you guys run into each other again, 30s, 40s, 50s. If you still look good in the body, that man still be okay with whatever you did in the past. They can get over it. But you have to be attractive still. And that's what they feel about this. They still feel like you're attractive. So maybe you guys haven't stopped talking for a while. Maybe it wasn't that long ago. Or it could be a while ago. But whenever they seen you, you were still attractive. All right? Because like what they're attracted to is your sexuality and your confidence. All right? And your personality. How you express yourself. How you take charge. You know what I mean? So they think that you're the bee's knees to them. All right? Like a baddie. So... and they feel like other people are seeing your value and singing your praises. And that's why you guys aren't giving them the attention anymore. And that's why the situation is falling apart. So it's really just kind of like out of pride and ego. So most likely they probably just want to sex you. Try to be very aggressive with it, dominant, you know what I mean? As a way of like, they feel like can keep you here. But it's almost like a trophy. Like I just came back because they can't have you. It's like I put this toy down, but nobody else better play with it. It's one of those things. All right, so let me give you signs. We got Leo, Scorpio, Aries, Scorpio, Sag, Leo, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. All right. So, all right, what we got? Oh, Leo. We was on Leo. Now let's hear this storyline. Because all that stuff I was just hearing about Leos, let's hear this storyline. See how this all plays out. Because they was looking like they was causing trouble. Confrontation. All right, so opposition. So sometimes it can feel like opposition can mean that you guys want the same thing, but are looking at it from a different angle or coming at it from a different way. Like you guys could both want relationship and long term, but at the same time, you guys are like going at it in different ways. The views that you have around what relationships look like, that's a lot. We ain't taking that right now. So, hold on. All right, so we starting off. Could be done with the Virgo. All right, and we got Leo energy here. Capricorn. All right, so they could feel like you're too picky or too nitpicky, or they could feel like sometimes with Virgo, this could be like an overgiver, or this could be somebody who's an undergiver. And because we got Capricorn here, they could be feeling like you're selfish, or they could be feeling like you're money motivated, or they could be feeling like you're too, like I said, too picky, too nitpicky, like too critical of them. All right. Anyway, They still want to have fun with you. We got fifth house here, which is like the house of friends, but it's also the house of like entertainment, fun. So they still want to do that with you, but they feel like they need to be cautious coming back or talking to you. Oh yeah, we got Aquarius here. So they want to, okay, so then the diplomatic too. So that means they want to talk it out. So they want to talk it out. They maybe feel like you're overly opinionated, like you have too much opinion on like what they got going on or their business, or like they feel like you're overly critical of them and they really just want to play. Like that's what it is. It gives more like they just want to keep it lighthearted, just want to play and just want to have fun. You know what I mean? But it kind of, they feel like maybe either they feel like they were being too critical or they feel like you were being too critical. Like, you know, maybe like taking all the fun out of the situation. Like, you know what I mean? Because Capricorn is like in relationships are usually considered to be like the more stable, mature people. So they could like feel like they suck the air out of like relationships sometimes, like by making it too serious. So they could feel like this is how you did it. Like you made it too serious. You know, we're too nitpicky about things. You want things this way, you want things that way, when it was really just supposed to be fun. But like with the Capricorn energy here, it gives more of like a stability, like wanting to do it regularly or wanting to be consistent or like wanting to persist, even if things got a little hard. All right. So that's what this is. Like they kind of feel like you are a perfectionist. Like you care too much about the details of everything, like you trying to control the details of everything. That's what it is. That's what it really feels like. It's like you're being too shrewd, too focused on what isn't working, you know what I mean? And then not really staying consistent, not being like, I'm gonna say driven towards what you really want in the situation. So they feel like maybe you just fell off, but they kind of like want to talk to you and be patient with you. So like they still want to have conversation and communicate with you, but they're trying to be practical about the situation. All right, they maybe work a lot or you work a lot, you know what I mean? So it's like, I guess they're like trying to figure out like, or try to be analytical about how, maybe because Virgo could be a fixer or they're attracted to you. They've seen the devil and the page of cups. So they still want to be playful and flirty with you. You could be a temptation to this person or just somebody who they find is like hard to let go of. Oh yeah, we got the world here. So this is somebody who wants to start over again with you. All right, they may have been too busy or focused on work or trying to be independent. All right, this is somebody who doesn't want to be independent anymore. Or they could be like being vindictive, but it's like somebody who's trying to change their career. They're more career focused. So this might be how they feel. Like maybe you were too career focused. Oh yeah, in the Knight of Cups in reverse, you might have been too career, and then the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, Ten of Swords behind it. Oh yeah, they definitely felt like you were too career based or too focused on like status, money, moving up, luxuries. You know what I mean? Overly confident and like mostly maybe they felt like you were just the one that wanted sex, but it kind of feels like that's how they wanted it with just sex too. Or just want to have fun, or just maybe if you guys work together, maybe they just wanted to work with you or whatever, or like focus on like, maybe they wanted to focus on being independent. All right, but this is somebody who's also thinking about being traditional with you. So like, this is like confusing because we got the Knight of Cups here with the Ten of Swords, and that might be where the frustration came in, because the Knight of Cups in reverse is somebody who tries to offer you something, but they try to offer it like it's not a big deal. You get what I mean? Like so like, we can do this if you want, but you want to. So like, why don't you just be like, yeah, I want to, you know what I mean? So it was like kind of like that. Like maybe they could have like took back an offer, or like maybe like stopped expressing their feelings, or they start getting manipulative where they make you feel like you're the villain in the situation. So they kind of like feel like you're the villain in the situation. You weren't really accepting love in the way that they were trying to give it to you. They might feel like you weren't really romantic or weren't really into affection or really don't want to be like touched or held, or you don't like something like that. It's kind of like they feel like you're more cold, more business, focused on money, status, moving up. You were worried more about like making money or just like keeping the things superficial. It could go both ways. So like, even if I'm telling you their story, just know that it can go both ways, all right? And they feel like you were more focused on like business, money, stability, status. You know what I mean? Yo, what's up, Nato? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you're too focused on like, you know, brunch and stuff, or going out, or dates, or romancing people and all that good shit. That's what they kind of feel like. They feel like you're detached. You weren't really in it for fun, or you weren't really in it for stability. They feel like you were more focused on either money or focused on like, sometimes the Knight of Cups can be somebody who sells a dream, sells an illusion. And they feel like you were very analytical or very, I'm gonna say strategic with how you were doing things. Like maybe you would do service. And they felt like, because the Knight of Cups is like somebody who gives to you with an ulterior motive. So like I maybe give you a gift, I maybe share with you, I maybe cook for you, I maybe bring you money, I maybe mention your name to somebody else, but they feel like you had an underlying motive for it. Like, you know, it wasn't genuine. That's what it is. So this is how they feel about you. They feel like it wasn't genuine, that this was like lighthearted and playful, and while you tried to give the appearance, because the Knight of Cups is a seducer or a romancer, while you were trying to give the appearance of it being something long-term or having like stability to it, it wasn't that. That's how they still feel about you. They could still probably be overly critical about you, but like, because with the, we got the, it's a Libra, but it's a Queen of Swords in reverse, which is just somebody who still feels a little bit bitter and resentful towards the situation. They want to let it go, but they got a grudge. You know what I mean? So they're still kind of focused on how things played out between y'all. So that's what you need to know. Right now, this person's still focused on like how things played out between y'all. So they could still be a little bit bitter or resentful, or just to like wanting to avoid you or stay aloof, not really talk to you, not really give you clarity. Because we got Knight of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Swords in reverse, which is definitely not somebody who's going to give you clarity or be any real specific about anything. If anything, they may say things in a way to try to hurt your feelings. So like they may feel like they need to be overly critical or like mean if they were to like talk to you. So like they want to run into you again, but I kind of feel like they want to say stuff to you again, almost like to bash you in a way, or like to like act like they don't care about you. All right. But at the same time, this person still feels romantic towards y'all. So I'm gonna give it to you both ways because we got Libra energy. So for some of y'all, they could feel like coming back around and like, you know, romancing you, offering you opportunity because the world is here. So there's always another chance of them wanting to like come around, let's do this again. They feel like it's a new opportunity. Things are like starting to look up maybe for them. And they want to come back and present you with love. But it has an underlying motive. And it could be because they're exhausted, they're tired, or they just could feel like things haven't worked out before. There's a lot of hardships, a lot of like difficulties in terms of like love or romance, or like they haven't found anybody as mature as you or as giving as you, or anybody who can do as much as you, because the Queen of Pentacles was just here. And that's just somebody who's a multitasker, somebody who can, a jack of all trades. So they can do a bunch of different things. They can cook, clean, work, take care of kids. You know, they might even be able to get under the hood of a Chevy. Who really knows? They're like, you know what I mean, a gifted person almost. All right, so they could kind of feel that way. And they maybe felt like you treated them as a hobby, but they still want to romance you. Right? So this person would want to come back around because they kind of see you as like a reliable candidate. All right, if that makes sense. So it's like, we're for fun, but I kind of see that me and you could be something a little bit more than this. You know what I mean? So like this person wants to come back around, but when they do, it's going to come in a way where like, they're acting like it's not that big of a deal. It's not really what I want to do. No, they're not going to say like they don't want to do it. They're going to try to like hold back in a way and like, you know, act like this isn't it. I don't want that. That's not what I'm trying to do. But they do. All right. They do. So they really just want to be able to have the opportunity maybe to reject you or to like, you know, act like it's like you're not that big of a deal to them. That might be what it is. You know what I mean? Like kind of like act like they don't care. So you'll hear from this person again. It may take them a little bit because they're dragging their feet. And this person is probably like feeling like a victim in this situation because we got the Knight of Cups in reverse. And that's usually a victim mentality type of person. Feels like, oh, you the one that did me wrong. You know, and the Ten of Swords is right behind it. They're still holding on to that. So there's a grudge that this person is still holding on to. So it may take them a little bit. You got Leo. You got fixed energy here with Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Libra, Aries, and Capricorn. These are like very egoic people and very stubborn people. So like this energy just gives like, this may take a little while before this person like drops their ego and lets go of this I'm right or I'm a victim mentality. It may take them a little while, but they want to. So, I mean, if you want to be patient, because that's what the Capricorn energy does mean, is like being patient and just kind of like paying attention to the details. So like when you see them swaying a little bit more to this side, or like tilting a little bit more towards you, then you can go ahead and pursue. But I'm sure y'all guys know how to do this. You guys are seducers. This is what y'all do. Y'all guys are like the kings and queens of romance. It shouldn't be that hard to figure out what to do here, right? I don't even need to give y'all a play-by-play. So let me give you signs. We got Virgo, Leo, Capricorn, Aquarius, Aries, Libra, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Pisces, Gemini, Capricorn, Virgo. All right, so that was for Leo. We was on Virgo. Okay. All right, so did we do it? Yeah, we did. We did Virgo in less than an hour. So we like, yeah, we doing good. Okay, we doing good. We's doing good. That's all. I just didn't want it to take forever. I was trying to stay under 2 hours. 2 hours is cool though. Could still give me some time to make these turkey tacos. Virgo. Dang, can you read that? Let me do it again. Let me do it again. All right. So, dang, that's not the color. You ain't gonna be able to read that one. All right. Virgo. Okay. Virgo, no contact. How they feel about you? Can we take that? No, that's a lot. I don't need all that. So how they feel about you? Oh, okay. I still feel like you have like the old philosophies, the old ways of seeing the world. You could be dealing with the Aries. You could be dealing with the Sag. All right. They could feel like you're a big deal in their life though, and that they're learning from you. So they could be learning new philosophies. All right. They feel like maybe you changed their outlook on the world, the stuff that they've seen. It could feel like you're a teacher. All right. Or like meant to, I'm gonna say meant to be in their life, but they feel like they kind of already know you, and they feel like you guys got unfinished business. So like there's something that you guys need to like get off your chest, or something that needed to happen between y'all that didn't happen. And they could feel like being maybe more assertive to make that happen. All right. So maybe they want to travel towards you, but they feel like you're well traveled. Maybe feel like you're at a distance. All right. But anyway, something having to do with the past that they're still focused on. That's what I am saying. They could be feeling like you helped them learn like about their past experiences through dealing with you. So like maybe they had other situations going on in their life and they couldn't quite put the like finger on the lesson, and like you came along and they're like, oh, through watching the relationship, how it all played out, they were like, oh, I'm learning more about the other relationships. You know what I mean? I'm learning more about like why those ones before you weren't working. You know what I mean? So like maybe they're starting to pick up the pattern, you know what I mean? And like how they stay stuck or where potential stagnancy lies in their relationships. All right. So like you're like a breakthrough almost, but like this isn't Aquarius and it's just Sagittarius energy. So it's a higher enlightenment, all right? Like a deep thinker almost. You've opened their mind to something before. So maybe they're starting to create a new philosophy because of you. All right. All right. So we got Page of Cups. So they feel like you need to they feel like you need to apologize or express yourself more. They feel like you undervalued them or underappreciated them. They kind of feel like they're not, like you don't find them attractive or like, so let me give you signs real quick so we can just kind of get this out of the way. We got Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Taurus, Gemini, Sag, Aries. All right, we got Scorpio, Pisces too. So how they feel about you is that you may be spoiled or used to getting things your way. They feel like you're childish and you try to act naive, but really you're the reason that the situation hasn't really opened itself up or expanded the way that it should have. All right. We got the Tower here too, but they kind of feel like they dodged a bullet with you. Like with the situation not going where they wanted to go, they felt like the way it was being built between y'all, it was inevitable that it was going to fall. So like they feel like they dodged a bullet with you because you weren't really sincere with your feelings and emotions anyway. They felt like you would have undervalued them or wouldn't have appreciated them, what they had to offer. All right, because they see themselves as the Empress, all right, in reverse. And that's how they feel, that's how I feel about the situation. Or they just kind of felt like you didn't know the value of what was in front of you, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing, all right? Like they're starting to recognize their strengths because of you. So like however the relationship played out between y'all, they're starting to recognize their value and starting to recognize that they have more self-worth than the connection that you guys had. All right, so we got Scorpio, Aries, Gemini. I told you that, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sag, Pisces. Because like they feel like they have to make a decision. Like you've changed their outlook on the world. That's what I'm trying to tell you here. You was a big deal in their life, and you may not even have noticed it. You might have like kind of like looked past this person as if they were like nobody in this sense. And this is somebody who feels like they can create any type of outcome that they want, but like being around you made them feel like they weren't able to get their needs met, or they weren't deserving of the love that they wanted, or they weren't worthy of what they were asking for, or they could have felt like you played a lot of games. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like they kind of want you to like apologize and express yourself, but at the same time, they kind of feel like this would just be like a stagnancy in the relationship. Like it would just kind of like go back into like the same pattern that it's always going into. And that's why they're like they need to break it. That's what they really feel like. So they really want to talk about it, but at the same time, they don't want to talk about it. They just kind of like want to know why, or like, why did you act that way? Why did you treat me that way? You know what I mean? So it's more of like they want to be assertive and take action in a relationship, but it's not like they want to come back. They just kind of feel like if we came back around, this situation isn't going to go where I would like it to go anyway. It just keeps playing itself out in the same way. We're just going to keep doing the same thing. You know what I mean? They may feel like you don't value them, you don't appreciate them. That's it. That's really it. They feel like you're spoiled, or you expect a lot for a little bit. For like what you invested, or what you gave, or like how you express yourself comes off as like childish, you know what I mean? Or too aggressive and too demanding. So it's kind of like one of those, you know what I mean? They're like, they really just feel unbothered by the situation now. It's like they're starting to maybe get their confidence up and starting to want to do things impulsively. So this could be like travel, take trips, learn new things, get new experiences. Like that's what this relationship has done for them. How they feel is like, I need to go see some other stuff. I need, like, the world is bigger than just this or just you. You know what I mean? So like you kind of hurt this person's ego, and like their self-worth was attached to how you viewed them. So like they may have seen you as very attractive, and because of that, it made them feel like, well, if you don't value me or appreciate me, then I must not be that attractive, or I must not have things going for myself, or I must not be that much of a catch. You know what I mean? If you don't see me that way. And so like they maybe want to like talk it out. For some of y'all, they want to get therapy, or they feel like you need to get therapy, right? Because they could feel like you damaged their reputation, or you broke some type of like image that they had of themselves, and it's really just around their confidence. So like you, they feel like you brought chaos into their life. I'm not laughing at it, but it's like, that's what it kind of comes off, like they're blaming you. Like you brought chaos into my life. Life didn't get better when you came along. Even though I did start to see the world for what it really is, you didn't make it better. You know what I mean? So like they would want to like talk to you, but it kind of be like to hash the situation out and like walk away from it, which is like, you know, pointless. Like, wow, you know, you don't really need to, but they kind of want to just for GP, like almost to like get under your skin as like a lasting impression for you to remember them by, like a kiss my ass for the shit that you did or how you made me feel during this relationship that we were in. So you still could hear a message from them though, because we got 2 pages and these are the messengers in this deck. So you can still hear from them, but it's going to come unexpectedly. And it may be when they're going through crisis, or they're having some type of other situation happen in their life. They may want to reach out, you know what I mean, and say something to you, try to like connect with you, you know what I mean? Because like maybe you're somebody who they're like used to, because that's what it really feels like. It feels like they just feel like they're used to you, so they may reach out to you anyway. They may need you to take on some type of responsibilities for them. That might be what it really is though. All right. So they may even try, if they reach out, they may try to like attach like a spiritual meaning to it. Like, you know, and spiritual could just be like, it was 11:11, I called you. Or like, I seen your name on the TV. You know what I mean? Like they try to add that like a spiritual aspect. Like I seen, like I kept hearing your name, or I kept seeing your name, or somebody brought you up, or I just felt like it was a coincidence. It's one of those things. All right. So like something like that along the lines is how they'll come about if they reach out. All right. Because like this is somebody who isn't going to keep it all the way real with you and not going to tell you the truth. But this is somebody who wants to talk, but like they don't really know what to say or how to initiate it. So like they just maybe like send like brief texts and maybe try to get under your skin a little bit to kind of feel the vibe and play a little bit, because they really want you to be in your feelings so you could feel how they felt. All right. Okay. So anyway, let me give you signs. We got Sag, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Libra, Taurus, Gemini, Aries, Scorpio, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sag, Pisces, Scorpio. All right. So that's for Virgo. All right. Where's he at? Libra. Okay. Libra. All right. So let's get a quick shuffle. All right, so Libra, no contact. How do they feel? How do they feel? Like they have to sacrifice themselves for you. Oh, okay. So we got Pisces and Aquarius energy, and we got Pisces again with the 12th house. So they could want closure. They expect some type of breakthrough with you. What's up, Zamir, the realtor? You. Anyway, they want to expose some things. They want to break through. They want to talk. It's communication. But this is like in a more romantic way though. So like they kind of have like unrealistic expectations. Like if you guys were to unexpectedly reach out or talk to each other, they feel like this situation could continue. Or they maybe feel like this would break some type of like pattern that you guys had. So like that's what they're dreaming about. They feel like maybe like this time would be the time that changes the dynamic between y'all. All right. So it's more of like a fantasy way. All right. Like they feel like if we do this over, it won't play the same way that it played before. I can see that. I can see that. So they still feel sorry about how the connection went. And like I said, they may be a little depressed. They could be drinking for some of y'all. Like they could feel like they maybe are still overwhelmed with their feelings and emotions. Because I kind of feel like, first I wanted to say like, they feel like they sacrificed themselves or they had to sacrifice the relationship in order to be able to have some type of like a recognition or realization about why things kept repeating in the way they were repeating. All right. So we got Pisces, Aquarius. There's a lot of Pisces and Aquarius energy. So you got Pisces, Aquarius, Pisces. All right. So they romanticize you. That's what's going on right now. They romanticize you and idolize you. All right. Like you maybe was somebody that like broke them out of like a certain rut or a certain pattern of behavior that they were used to. You maybe like revealed some things to them that they weren't really ever thinking about, or like showed them, like, I'm gonna say showed them something romantically in a way that they never really felt. So it's like they want to basically come back around, but it's like they're envisioning this comeback as like this being the thing that breaks the pattern between y'all, like where y'all can actually go deeper and like really connect and get to know each other more on like a soul level. You know what I mean? So like they're expecting some type of big change between y'all. All right. So they kind of want empathy, and they're trying to adapt to the situation. You know what I mean? But it's like they feel like maybe you or they have limited beliefs. Somebody, one of y'all have like the beliefs that isn't allowing the relationship to go forward. And it's because sometimes it's usually when the 12th house shows up, it's usually having to do with ancestral. My grandmother, my mom, my aunts, the collective. And it could be like social media. It could be like your friend group. It's usually the people who around you who you pick up information and you guys share like the same emotional resonance with. This is what's going on. So it's like the people that are around them or the people who kind of like raised them or taught them these patterns, you know what I mean, are doing that. So it's like something about that's like you like awaken them or giving them some type of aha, I see why type of vibe, but like they still kind of like, and that's why they idolize you. Like they kind of like put you up there as like maybe the ideal partner, the best partner they've had, you know what I mean? And so like they're hoping like this would be the chance to like stop this pattern that you guys have. Maybe it could be a hot, cold type of thing. Like sometimes you love them, sometimes you don't. All right. So it's like they want to adapt to the situation. All right. We got Leo. All right. We got Libra and we got Leo again. So they're attracted to your body. That's what so they fantasize about your body still. That's what's really going on. This person thinks a lot about like your physical features and they want to communicate with you. So like text messages, you're going to hear text messages from this person. So like, I don't know how long you guys have been in no contact with with Uranus here. It just means that it's going to come unexpectedly. It's going to be a breakthrough. And that's why I told you this person is like idolizing you because they see you as like their best partner they've ever had, maybe the most attractive partner they've ever had, maybe the most popular partner they've ever had. Because we got Instagram famous, which could mean like you're lit on social media, which could be YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. It could be anything, Snapchat. You could be kind of lit on social media, and they could be feeling like, you know, or you can get a lot of attention because of you being attractive. And so because of that, this would be somebody who, and they regret it. They regret it. So they may have felt like they couldn't focus on you in the past, so they regret not being able to like give you the attention that you needed. This may be somebody who's like dealing with like escapism, which could be like drinking, smoking, casual sex, spending. Sometimes it's like watching Netflix all day. Sometimes it's just like laying up, you know what I mean, on their phone all day. It could just be anything. Like they're trying not to be present in the moment because they're like maybe you were like somebody who breaks them free of a pattern that they have going on, which can just be like them just like being lazy sometimes, or just like not taking initiative, or not like acting on like opportunities that they have. It's like kind of like you were like an escape for them. So like that's what they kind of like yearn for. So like they idolize you as being something that made their life better. All right. So that's what's going on here. You injected some type of passion into their life, you know what I mean, or some type of excitement into their life. And he made them think about taking care of themselves. So like your body, your attractiveness, your physical features made them want to start taking more care of themselves. All right, so yeah, that's what it is. They idolize you. They can feel like they're addicted to you. All right. Okay. So for some of y'all, they may want closure, but I kind of feel like with the 12th house, it's like something that ends and then starts right back up again. So it's like you get out of it once you learn it, but it's like this comes more in like passion, and because we got the Pisces energy here, this person just kind of like romanticizes you. That's really it. They just kind of like see you as this end all be all type of person without really like knowing you, because it like seems like it's more like your attractiveness and maybe the way you communicate with them, maybe you inspire them, maybe you like talk them up to like, you know, take action on things, you know what I mean? And they kind of feel like they didn't really focus on you. They were more focused on work or more focused on like other pursuits, which could sometimes be other people. But it's like, and whatever, however it turned out for them, it kind of felt like that fell to shit. So like the no contact now is like they having to process some feelings that they probably been like suppressing for a while, because of like whoever's been around them has been like maybe egging them on or like telling them like they're doing okay. Cause like this person lives in a fantasy world. So like they still kind of feel like they can romance you and maybe come back around and like, you know, act as if, I'm not gonna say like act as if nothing happened, but like kind of like show up and be your sunshine, show up and get your attention, maybe be attractive, maybe they work on their body and stuff like that. Like it's kind of like, cause they want your attention again, but it's like, I'm not even gonna say it's like for a bad reason. It is out of jealousy, but like we got the King of Cups here too. So for some of y'all, they may try to have kids with you and may try to like lock you in, or maybe you were just like a very loving, caring person. You were like the only person that they had that genuinely cared about them. So it could be that too, you know what I mean? But it's like an obsession around your physical features. You know what I mean? Oh, how I get that, Stephanie? How be doing this? This be like, it just be that. I don't know. I just be doing it. You know what I mean? It's one of those, what they call it, sextile. Is it sextile? Yeah, sextile, where you just find the talent that you have through other skills and stuff. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'm gonna tell you a story after I get done with this one. I'm gonna tell you on Scorpio. So anyway, yeah, they felt like they were maybe more focused on work or whatever, more focused on like being, you know, seen by other people. All right, but anyway, this person, if anything, they want to take a trip with you, maybe a vacation, possibly somewhere warm. All right, or they're trying to like find some way to like, if it's not necessarily a vacation, it's just like a vacation where you guys maybe don't travel, but it's like one of the, what you call it? It's like where we get a chance to like relax, lay back. You know what I mean? It could be a visit. It could be them calling you. You know what I mean? Like trying to FaceTime you, trying to reach out. You know what I mean? Because this person hasn't really accepted what's happened between y'all, and they're more jealous or more upset about like how the situation plays out. Oh yeah, I don't even really look at them because for real, it's a pattern. Once we get to a certain point, I kind of already see where we're going, and then I just go off of how I feel about the situation, because like it fills in like a story, like I see it like a story. So like sometimes I go off over here, I go over there. So in Vedic, I do have a Gemini ascendant, but in Western, it's a Cancer. All right. So yeah, that's it. Anyway, like I said, they're gonna be doing something that's unconventional or unusual to you. And its intent is to break the pattern or cycle between y'all. All right. So let me give you signs. We got Pisces, Aquarius, Pisces, Leo, Libra, Leo, Aries, Scorpio, and Aries, Leo, Sag. All right. Okay, they could have felt like they handled the situation in an immature way too. So you guys should know that. All right, or they may come back handling the situation in a immature way. Of course, Kisha, I got your back all the time. All the time. Thanks for being here. All right, so the story I was about to tell y'all, it had to do with me doing tarot, right? Now, I didn't know I was going to do tarot back when I was doing this. I was a kid, maybe like 11-ish. So my mom used to always work with the runaway kids, the kids that were like, you know, take off, or their parents would like give them to the state or whatever. So she worked for that maybe like 10, 12 years. But she also worked with like mental disability people, like the people who couldn't take care of themselves. So like I would be like around these people sometimes. And then like the counselors there would have to do like clinicals, or they would have to do like, I forgot what they're called, but they had to do like interviewing people. So they, it's my cousin's husband. He interviewed me, and I always look back on this video. I haven't seen it in years though, but like when I watched it, the video was me. Like he would ask me questions about like my childhood, how I felt about things. He was just doing like therapy, but it was like for maybe class or something like that. So anyway, as he was telling me this stuff, then I was kind of like fidgeting, moving, like, you know what I mean? Like I was uncomfortable in front of the camera. Even though I couldn't see myself, I was like uncomfortable. So like this is something that I've done like for years and not even knew that I was there. Like I've already like done it. You know how they say like the stuff that you be good at or naturally good at, it'd be something that you've done as a child. And this is one of those things that I did as a child. You know what I mean? Like I would, whenever I had like my first cell phone, I would make little videos of myself. I would rap. I always made CDs, so I would always listen to me. You know what I mean? Like anytime I did something creative, I would just kind of like pay attention. So to me, so it would get into like a point where it's like I get better at it, and then that was it. And so I noticed that about myself when it comes to doing like tarot, that this is like part of my natural talents. You know what I mean? Being in front of the camera, talking to people, it's a natural skill and ability. So I just use it. You know what I mean? Better than waste it. You know what I mean? Like better to use it than to waste it. Cause there'd be other people like, man, I wish I could do that. I'm like, yeah, no. All right, so enough of that rambling. Scorpio, no contact. How they feel? Opposition here. So opposition. Yeah, hey, it happens like that too, Stephanie. Sometimes you space out. I space out sometimes, still to this day. And I'm like, damn, I said that? Oh, all right. Anyway, this person feels like you were a learning lesson, a stepping stone. All right, could be a Taurus, could be a Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Taurus, Libra. All right, but at the same time, for some of y'all, this person really wants a relationship. They want a long-term relationship with you guys. All right, they feel like they got to get to know you again. That you guys had opposing views or couldn't get on the same page. When it's opposition, it sometimes means that we don't get on the same page. But it can also mean that we desire the same thing, but we're just going about it in our own way. Like maybe I'm trying to have a long-term relationship, but I feel like we need to have casual sex first. And maybe you feel like we want to have a long-term relationship, but I need to start investing first, or I need to start paying bills first, or I need to move in first, or whatever. You know what I mean? We have opposing views, but we're trying to get to the same point. We see the same vision, but it's like we see the similar vision, but we're just coming at it from two different spots. That's all. That's what's happening here. And that's how they feel about the situation. They feel like they just need to get to know you again. All right? Because maybe they feel like they didn't have really any groundedness, or you guys didn't establish any beliefs. Like you guys didn't have the same beliefs about maybe money, maybe about what stability is, maybe what long-term is, what type of values you guys would share. This could be like raising kids. This could be like how you spend your money, how you save your money, how you invest your money. You know, just financial stuff. So they kind of feel like, maybe they feel like you either didn't do a great job of that, or you guys just couldn't get on the same page about how it should go. Like when it comes to those things, principles and all that stuff, the things that you value, all right? Maybe the way that you like to be loved. We got Venus here, which has to do with your love language, what romance looks like, what partnerships look like, how do we show each other that we value each other? Like that was where the issues that you guys were having. So they feel like, they want to have a partnership though, but they just feel like they need to get to know you again. All right. Like you brought up a lot of internal conflicts that they weren't really ready to deal with. All right. So like this is like you made them grow up in a way and they had to make a decision. You know what I mean? And that's how they kind of feel about this no contact. It's like they need to make a decision. Do we get to know each other from the ground up, or do I let this go? You know what I mean? So like they could maybe, because sometimes when I see Venus in this deck, it usually means that somebody has a lot of options. Somebody's very attracted to the opposite sex or to the sex that they're trying to attract. They have a lot of options. They could be looking very aesthetically pleasing. And because we have a second house here, they're usually looking stable. They're looking like marriage material. So this person could probably feel this way about you, feeling like either they feel like they've gotten this way for themselves, or they feel like you were marriage material and that they could have seen long-term with it, but you guys just couldn't get on the same page. It was just that difficulty. We don't have the same beliefs, same traditional values. You know what I mean? That's where the issue is. But they feel like if I just get to know you again in a more Taurian way, which is a more slow, and Earth way is like more slow, practical, paying attention to the reality of the situation, like what's going on right now. For example, if I work too much, and let's say, I'm just giving you an example. Let's say I had to work to live, like really like I had to work to make sure that I just keep my basic bills on, you know what I mean? Which, I mean, it makes sense, but like, I think I'm explaining it the right way. But let's say I had to work where it's almost like check to check. And like, if I don't work, something can go down, you know what I mean? Then maybe because I have to focus more on career and like staying alive, I can't really build intimacy and trust with you and a long-term vision. Not saying that it was like that for y'all, just giving you an example of how these things can play out. So it could have been like something like that, and it doesn't have to be, but it's just like, you know, they like your work ethic, but they just kind of feel like the relationship is based around like values and principles that you guys just didn't share. All right, but anyway, they do want to get to know you again. All right, they want to talk to you again. So for some of y'all, they just become aware of you again. All right, so maybe they heard about you, seen you, walked by you, scrolled across your page, anything. All right, anything, because they're thinking about career right now, so they could be focused more on money. Oh yeah, we got Sun in reverse. Okay, and we got the High Priestess. So, okay, and the okay, and the Hierophant. Taurus energy again. All right, so we got, you could be dealing with a Leo, Libra, Taurus, Pisces, Virgo, Taurus, Leo, Capricorn, Virgo. All right. So they are going to approach you again because we got 2 Knights. And this is them wanting to fight for the connection. All right, but it's going to come in a manipulative way. So this could be like them playing on your feelings, but not really like playing. It's just like they kind of act like they're not as interested. All right, because they feel like you're hard to pin down. Like other people really desire you. And that's what they kind of feel like. Maybe you're like marriage material now. They feel like other people would want to marry you, settle down with you. It's your physical body too, because the Earth shows up is usually about your physical body. But with the High Priestess here, is somebody who's very attractive, but not like easily caught. And usually they stay out of relationships because whenever they get into relationships, they can't trust their intuition. That's what they say about the High Priestess, that she's never married because she's never able to trust her intuition, because then she takes on the burdens of the struggles of her partner, because it's usually ruled by Pisces. So she takes on the struggles, the burdens of the partner. And then I also sometimes read it as Taurus and Virgo, because as a wife or as like a woman, she's of service, and she's somebody who has values, traditional beliefs, values that she holds dear. And so whenever they get into a relationship, women usually take on the values or traditions or beliefs of the man. Not always, but just traditionally. And so that's usually why the High Priestess stays single. And so that's how they kind of feel like you're trying to keep your independence or trying not to really like fall into like love with anyone, because y'all don't share the same beliefs, values, core principles. You know what I mean? They may be not your usual type. So they kind of feel like because they don't fit into like a certain box or a certain expectation of how you think your lover should be, that's why the relationship isn't working. So they just kind of like want to get to know you again, to try to like focus on you, because they felt like you could have did better. And so that's what they feel like that was just kind of like too cold. The way you came off with them was like too real, too blunt. You know what I mean? Too I'm gonna say like too hurtful maybe, because like they're sorry how it turned out is what I'm really trying to say to you, right? And they're trying to see the brighter side to the situation, but realistically they want to come back around, all right? Like they really want to come back and offer you love, and they really want to see a connection with you. They feel like they may have to start off with it being non-traditional, and that might be the manipulation still, but not really telling you that, because we got the High Priestess here. So like the internal conflict is like, I know I need to do this in a more practical, realistic way, but like at the same time, I kind of want to get this person because they're not easily caught by other people, and they're rarely seen. They're kind of like higher echelon. You know what I mean? They look at you like as somebody they put on a pedestal, and somebody that everybody just can't have. So, or they could feel like this is what they've done for themselves. So if they don't necessarily feel that way about you, they could feel like this is who they become. Like this relationship has taught them to become this type of person where they don't let anybody just come around them. Anybody can't just offer them or pursue them. Anybody just can't give them love. You know what I mean? And they have to share the same beliefs, the same principles. So like this person could have felt like they learned from you, and they learned some gain from you, and like learned about like stability and what it looks like in relationships through not being able to build it with you in the way that they hoped it would, even though you guys were desiring the same thing. You just weren't going in the same path or like expressing to each other what you really felt. You guys weren't willing to like go get vulnerable, and you weren't willing to like express exactly what feelings you were arising in each other. It's like, oh, you maybe made me angry, but I don't say nothing until I'm frustrated. You know what I mean? Or you may have like said something that confused me, but I don't really say nothing until like I do something the wrong way. And now you're like, well, why didn't you ask me? Like, well, I don't know. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like this person comes off as bashful or ashamed of like expressing themselves or like sharing what's on their mind around you. You know what I mean? Because like this person they doubt their feelings around the people that they care about. So that's what it is. So like they must have cared about you a whole lot or desired you a whole lot because they didn't trust their feelings around you to be able to express it. All right. And they maybe just felt either they felt like you weren't their usual type, or they felt like they weren't your usual type. and they would feel like you guys were breaking some type of societal belief, or there was some type of stigma around the relationship. And sometimes a stigma that it could really be is like if it was a past partner and you guys went back to that person, because we got the Knight of Cups here, and that's a karmic partner. So it could be like, because it was a past partner, you guys went back to this person, and people may have been like, oh, why'd you deal with this person? You remember what happened with them? You know how they did you, you know what I mean? And it could be like, that could be like the social stigma. It was like, why would you go back and do that? You know what I mean? So it's like, if they come back around, they're gonna wanna keep it silent and kind of keep it non-traditional, because that might be part of what's going on for y'all. Like, maybe they talked about you. Maybe they expressed what happened in the connection. You know what I mean? So like, you guys interacting and like talking and being around each other has to stay shh, 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 because I don't want everybody to know that we back around each other again. You know what I mean? Or it could just be maybe a tinge of taboo, because the High Priestess is here, and she does sometimes represent taboo, secrets that aren't told. All right, so let me give you signs. We got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Libra, Taurus, Leo, Pisces, Virgo, Taurus, Cancer, no, not Cancer, Pisces, Taurus, Aries, Libra, Capricorn, Virgo. A lot of earth energy. So you guys probably had like a lot of push and pull with this relationship, or pull and push. Like one day you want it, then next day you don't, then one day they want it, then the next day they don't. Or like when you like them, they didn't like you, then when you like them, they don't like you, or the intensity of the relationship was off. It's a bunch of stuff like that. It can play out sometimes with opposition. All right, so we on Sag. We moving pretty fast too. No, we're not. I ain't even gonna lie. We is not. It's definitely gonna be 2 hours. Damn. All right, it's cool. It's cool. Cause once I'm done, I'm done. Cause I ain't gotta post on Instagram tomorrow. Cause I recognize less is more. They show me more love. The analytics when I don't post as much. I was like, dang, that saves me some time. And I even seen that when I do it a certain way, that it puts me in front of more people. And they was like, no, you shouldn't do that. Why shouldn't I? It's making me grow. It's giving me more exposure. Why wouldn't I? Are we here to see me grow, or are we here just to get what you want from me? I'll never be in relationships like that. So, Saggy, who could you be dealing with? Possibly another Sag. Could be a Capricorn, all right, or a business person, a business professional, somebody who's ambitious. Somebody, okay, could be an Aquarius. All right, this could be somebody who's not your usual type. Could be got taboo here. All right, and it could be somebody who maybe foreign. It could be out the way. All right, could be a Scorpio. Could be a Sag again. Same thing, same thing. They may be a foreigner in some way. It's going to be somebody who's still a big deal. You guys have different beliefs or different philosophies of life. How you see the world, or how you guys expect the world to show up in your vision or your reality, are different. So this person wants to innovate a way for y'all to have a relationship. And most likely it's because it's long distance. But it doesn't have to be long distance. It could just be like, maybe you guys don't live in the same house. That can be considered long distance sometimes. All right. Or it could just be like, you guys just have differing beliefs, and we still try to make the relationship work because they feel like you're a temptation to them still. All right, so that's why this person still desires you sexually. Maybe they feel like you're more responsible. You are more of a responsible, diplomatic, knowing how to handle like their shadow sides or their deeper, darker sides. Like, you know how to handle this person is what they kind of feel like. So yeah, that's it. They feel like you have a lot of opinions, and that you can come off as like intolerant to what they want or what they desire. Maybe even kind of controlling. Yeah, that's about it. They feel like you're materialistic, so you care a lot about like your money, your status, the way you look to other people. Material, mostly material. They kind of feel like you care about material. So like having money, maybe having the finest, maybe going on trips, maybe like, you know what I mean, being able to splurge. Well, Capricorn's not really a splurge, but we got Lilith here, so that could be like those the deeper hidden desires where you like splurge, buy stuff you really don't need because you got a lot of money, or because a lot of money's coming in, or because, you know, whatever. Or because maybe you're being around people with money. I don't know. It's something like that. They like your ethics, though. I will say that. They like your ethics. They like how you just like, and how you carry yourself in the world. Like how you carry yourself around other people. They like that. All right. They feel like you're diplomatic, too. You know how to, I guess you know how to, I'm going to say, handle people when they're getting belligerent, or handle people when they're acting out. So you just know what to do. You're a problem solver in their mind. All right. So we'll be talking about, who might this be? For some of y'all, they can feel like you guys could be like a side chick or like a side person to them, or they want to be like a side person to y'all. Yeah, because the Two of Cups is here, so maybe they like, maybe want to break up your relationship because the Judgment just showed up too. You got the Emperor in reverse. That's a possessive type of energy. Sometimes the Emperor in reverse though is somebody who's looking at you as a conqueror, like a conquest. We got a Six of, so we got Leo. So they could be looking to get control of the relationship, but look at you as a conquest. So they could be researching you. No contact. They feel like they need to get to know more about you. They feel like you made them happy. We got Ten of Cups and Judgment. Oh yeah, in reverse. So again, you guys didn't have the same beliefs or the same overall view of the relationship, but you give them a lot of attention. You give them a lot of attention. So like them knowing you or being around you brings a lot more people to notice them. All right? Or they feel like that's what you were doing. They could feel like that's what you were doing in a relationship, using them for more attention so that more people recognize you, more people will see you, all right? And then maybe like they feel like you were like hiding that from them. So that's how they kind of could feel too, like you were using them as like a status symbol and that you were hiding this from them, that, you know what I mean, that you maybe indulging in other things. So for some of y'all, that's kind of how they felt. They felt like maybe you were like sexually liberating yourself, having secret flings, just for some of y'all, not all of y'all. But just for some of y'all, they feel like that because we got the what you call it? For some reason I can't think of it. The Hermit. I'm looking right at it and I'm reading the words and I'm like, I still can't think of it. The Hermit, right? The Hermit. So this is like, they feel like you detached, but they also feel like you still keep up with them. All right, like maybe you still get the news or you still hear about them or you still check up on them or you still watch them. But they feel like you do it secretly because they don't see you around. And I guess you guys don't really be in the same area, so they don't see you around. They give you the signs so far? We got Virgo, Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, Leo, Sag, Pisces, Gemini, Virgo, Gemini. So they don't really see you around. So they can feel like you're getting attention from other people. Other people are singing your praises, you know what I mean? Like, you know, just validating you. You're more attractive without them. So that's what they kind of feel like. They feel like you use them for attention and now you get more attention. You know what I mean? Like you don't need them. Other people validate you now. So you don't need them no more. Anyway, they want to be patient though and see what happens because they still desire you. It's a secret desire though. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Like they feel like you got some type of reward or some type of accolades off of them. All right? And this is like a gain or success, something like that. They feel like you got that off of them. And this could just be like you dating somebody who had money and then you after you break up with him, you date somebody else and they got maybe more money or they got the same amount of money. And they're like, oh, you know what I mean? You like to date rappers, huh? You know what I mean? I'm just giving you an example. You know, they don't have to be rappers, but you know, you could have dated this one guy who has some money or dated this one girl who's attractive or who was popular or whatever. And then after that, you were able to date other people in that same realm, that same upper echelon in their mind. And they're like, oh, you did that off of my back. That's how they feel. They feel like you were kind of using them to get clout. That's what it is. Because we got the Magician in reverse. That's a clout chaser. You feel like you were using them for clout. So for some of y'all, it's like a social media thing, or like maybe they were like showing you things, like showing you like little moves to make your job easier, showing you like tips, you know what I mean, little skills that you maybe didn't know before, maybe even helping you with your skills and abilities, or like showing you some like, you know, just showing you stuff that you probably didn't know. And you like, oh, well, yeah, I don't see the relationship the same way you see it. And you kind of like left them or ghosted them. You know what I mean? But this person still wants you. That's what I will say. I will say that they're looking to explore. So we got Libra, Taurus, Aries. They're looking to explore and compete for you. All right, so soon you may see this person start getting impatient or starting to get more aggressive. I know, right? And I say soon too, because I didn't mean to say soon. But when I got Judgment in reverse and the Magician in reverse, it just means that this person's going to try to manipulate a way to start the situation all over again. This could come through anyway. It's a crafty way. But because we got the Hermit here, this is somebody who's thought about it. They've contemplated how to do it. And they may even take some responsibility. That might be what it is. They may take some responsibility of what they've done to like push the situation forward. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I know that I may have been an asshole, or I may have said this, or I may have did that. I'll take that blame. But listen to this. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? They want a renewal with you. You know what I mean? That's all. They want a renewal. They want to start the situation over. They kind of want to have this clean slate where all is forgiven, nothing was lost. It's one of those things, all right? And I think it's really though because of like your materialism, or because of your status, or because of like the value that you bring. So it may be because like, you know, maybe you're attractive, maybe you're popular, maybe you are like, you know, stable, because the Capricorn came out first. and that's a CEO. So for some of y'all, you could be a business owner, or you could just be very stable. You could be the practical, grounded minded, you know what I mean, entrepreneur type of person, or you could just be the person who gets things done. Like you don't get hung up on like obstacles, limitations. You don't really see limitations when it comes to like getting what you want. You usually get yourself being powered by your deepest desires. All right. I know it's a little deep, but that's where I was going with it. All right. So they feel like you can get what you want. That's really what it is. They feel like you can get what you want and that you kind of just use them. And they feel like they were the reason that you were able to get what you wanted. So, like I said, they still want you though, because it's still temptation, it's still a draw and a pull, but like that's how they feel about you. So it's kind of shitty, but it ain't really, because they really feel like you make them happy with this 10 of Cups and still wanting to start the situation all over again. You were good for their emotional well-being, so they want to be diplomatic when they come around. That's what I want you to know. But it's manipulative because it comes off in a way where you're not really supposed to see it coming. It's supposed to be more of like, I planned this out, I strategized this out. You know what I mean? And I maybe even like kind of forced your hand to act in a certain way so that way I can get what I want. All right, because that's it. That's really it. So let me give you signs. We got Capricorn, Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, Virgo, Pisces, Scorpio, Pisces, Sag, Gemini, Virgo, Gemini. All right. And I said Sag. And Aries and Libra. All right, so that's all that for Saggy. Hold on. Mouth getting a little dry. Okay. We almost there. 3 more. Woo! All right, Capricorn. Capricorn. All right. So, Capricorn, how do they feel about you? Let's get a little shuffle in. Quick shuffle. Oh, I just seen a Scorpio in the moon. So some of y'all, they feel like you're sexually enticing. Could be dealing with a Leo. All right, this could be somebody who's popular, or somebody, this is somebody who idolized you. Could be a Pisces. Just seeing a Pisces energy. All right, we'll do with these. We got Aquarius. Oh, okay. So unexpectedly, this person's going to be trying to devote themselves to you. Pisces again. Pisces came back up. Same card, same way too. All right. So they idolize you. This is somebody who sees you in this fantasy fairy tale way. All right. And this is going to be somebody who feels like they want to show you off. All right. So some of y'all, this person feels like you guys have a connection that's deeper than just sex or deeper than just attractiveness. All right. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I do my best, October. All right. So anyway, how they feel about you, that you're magnetic. They can feel like you guys are an entertainer or like you guys are very attractive, known to get a lot of attention. They could maybe feel like you guys are a salesperson. All right, or that you maybe, for some of y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all that they feel like you guys sell dreams because we got Pisces energy here, so they could also feel like you guys live in this fairy tale, fantasy, unrealistic expectations of what relationships are looking like or what it looks like when people are being devoted towards you. So they could feel like you have a distorted vision around what it looks like when people are being devoted or what it looks like to be devoted to someone, if that makes sense. All right. So anyway, they feel like you woke them up though. That's how they feel about you. They feel like you woke them up. All right. They feel like you guys did have a bond though, like a spiritual bond. It was more than passion. All right. They feel like you guys were impersonating somebody that you weren't. So that's what it really is. They kind of feel like you guys were selling them a dream, putting up an illusion of maybe being more interested or more loving, more, yeah, yep, 3 Pentacles in reverse, or pretending like you wanted to work with them or like you wanted to like collaborate or show them what you were, who you really were to them. So they kind of feel like you weren't really just being real with them. Oh, okay. So they feel like you were using them to build up your independence or to be able to do things on your own. So that's what, okay. I feel what they're saying. And then Ten of Swords here too. So for some of y'all, they feel like you guys were trying to maybe like use them as a leg up, almost like Sag. Oh, is there Sag here? No, there's no Sag here, but let me see. No, there's no Sag. Okay, it kind of sounded like the Sag reading because I remember I seen Capricorn and I was thinking, is that Sag in here doing that? Anyway, all right, for some of y'all, they feel like you're still pure though. Like the relationship itself was kind of pure. Like maybe it didn't really go nowhere. You know what I mean? You just kind of like woke them up. You maybe weren't their usual type. Something about the relationship was just unconventional, but like you were very attractive to them, or just like very charismatic, very outgoing, outspoken. You knew how to get their attention. You knew what to say. So like that's why I kind of feel like they feel like you were like selling them a dream. You know what I mean? Like you know what to say. You're very romantic. You know what I mean? You know how to please them and all that. And so like they feel like it was unexpected, maybe for y'all relationship to not go as far as they hoped it would go, because they feel like you didn't really put any effort into it. They feel like you were trying to use them maybe for either stability. For some of y'all, they could have felt like they were you were using them to like get a house, like move in somewhere, or like use their resources or use them up or something like that. They feel like there was a facade around who you were trying to put yourself on to be around them. All right. They feel like you're very creative though. And and for some of y'all, they give you like the mystical vibe, like you're a little mystical. Maybe you have psychic abilities. You know what I mean? Maybe you guys are like, I don't know, it's kind of like a magnetic vibe too though. But it's like they idolize you as being one of the greater partners that they had, or one of the better partners that they had. But it comes in a way that's almost maybe superficial, because like they feel like you didn't put any effort in. Like you didn't really like put any work or no like time or energy. You didn't really focus on them. Did I give you the signs so far? We got Virgo, Capricorn, Virgo, Leo, Aquarius, Pisces, Gemini, Aquarius, and Taurus. All right, like at first they felt like they couldn't even like get over this situation, but now they're still kind of like, they feel like the worst of it is over, but they still kind of feel like it's like beating a dead horse if you guys would like go over this situation again. But this person feels like they want to seek your approval. So, or they feel like you do that, like you try to seek the approval of others. And maybe that's how you don't try to keep it real, because you're always trying to impress other people. So they could be trying to say that about you too. Like, you know, you try to impress other people and pretend to be somebody you're not. You know what I mean? So, and you use me as a come up to be able to get stable, or like soon as you got stable, or soon as you got your money up, then you like left me. So like some of y'all, it's kind of like about your materials, but like I think I'm kind of gonna say that they kind of want you in a relationship. Like they had like this dream. For some of y'all, I want to say the word regiment. So like maybe it's like a schedule, or like something that you guys were in where you guys would be consistent. They kind of wanted you guys to be consistent and putting in equal efforts or working towards the same goal. All right, for some of y'all, it could have been a house, or to like get you guys to move in, or to like build up money for a house, or build up money for them to be stable, or for you to be stable, or something like that. They felt like you guys had like a goal together, and that you didn't want to work with them, and that this relationship wasn't going anywhere. It was a dead end, but they were too intimidated, or you were too intimidated to communicate that. All right, they feel like you were somebody who's usually able to talk and communicate, but you couldn't really say what was going on. And they feel betrayed by you, but it looks like with the Ten of Swords and the Stars, like they're still kind of holding out hope of you guys having a relationship. You know what I mean? Which to me, wouldn't make me think that you were that bad of a person. But that's what I'm trying to say at the same time, because that's what the Pisces energy is. It's them idolizing you, looking at you in the best light, even though so many things have already happened that like disappointed them, made them feel let down. You know what I mean? They still kind of see you as like this, I'm gonna say perfect partner, but it's like they don't really know you. That's what I'm really saying. It's like they don't really know you. You guys didn't really like put the connection in depth, where it's like we really communicate and have difficult conversations. They feel like you guys avoided that stage. You didn't really have that. You guys just kind of like let it go, and they just like hoping that this relationship renews itself again, so that you guys can talk and have an uncomfortable conversation and possibly build up to it. You know, build up to like maybe making some progress in the connection, because you know it goes from the 8 to the 3 to the 9. So it's like they want to have some type of progression in the relationship, but they feel like you have to put more effort in for this to happen. So that's what it is. Or maybe they feel like you need to invest more in them for this to happen. You know what I mean? And that may be unrealistic for some of y'all, but anyway, they feel like being romantic with you. So I will say that much. They feel like being romantic with you, and they want a connection with you, but they kind of feel like maybe they're just beating a dead horse at this point. Like it's probably not going to never happen, or it's not going to ground itself in the way that traditionally how I would want it to be. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't really see them putting in too much more effort or too much more work. It's kind of like they're intimidated by this. That's it. Like they want to start fresh, but like maybe it's like values, beliefs that they have, or like patterns that they just can't break. You know what I mean? Like maybe they're really religious, or they're very like, for some of y'all, they may be married or in a relationship. You know what I mean? And they kind of feel like they can't even, but like they're thinking about it. All right, so that's what y'all need to know. And that might be what it is with the Pisces. Like I said, the Pisces came out first, which is that, I mean, not first, but it was like an overall energy. So it's part of like that, wanting to escape from something that maybe didn't go well for them in the past. And maybe they're like, or they're feeling like you did that, but I kind of feel like that's what they want to do. Like they want to escape from something that didn't go well. So like maybe they could be like leaving a relationship that was like, oh no, this is hard, this is difficult. This took me through all anger, or like really kind of like weighed me down, you know what I mean? And made you not really like want love again. Because Ten of Swords in reverse sometimes can be like, I don't want to go through any more relationships because the past few relationships, I wasn't able to trust how I was feeling, and people kept betraying me and taking advantage of me. So I don't really want to like make a long-term partnership, you know? I don't trust my feelings. So it's kind of like that, all right? But you're going to hear from them because it's going to be unusual. They're going to do something unusual, which could just be like to get your attention, like maybe make a billboard that says, marry me. That's kind of big, but nothing like that. Like with the Pisces energy though, it's unrealistic. It can be something like that, like out of a fairy tale, where like they just say the right words, because you got the spokesperson, I mean the showstopper, which is an entertainer. So they may just like know how to say the right words. They could be a seducer. They could be a romancer. They may know how to say the right things to you. You know what I mean? Or this is how they feel about you. Like this is how you could do it, and that you could create the breakthrough in the relationship for y'all. But you just are maybe stuck in your pride or too headstrong about how things have to be. Like maybe you're a stickler for traditions or a stickler for rules and regulations. So like, you know what I mean? Or like certain social beliefs, they may feel like you care too much about that and appeasing others. And that's what's keeping you guys from really like indulging in the relationship. So it's kind of like that. It's like they have unrealistic expectations of you, but at the same time, they feel like you're faded in their life and you're meant to be around, and they idolize you and put you up on like the, put you up there. Yep, I put you up there. Oh, it's my daughter. Hold on, yo. Stink. Yeah, what y'all on the way? Okay, door be open. All right. Okay, so boom. Let me give you signs. We got Gemini, Aquarius, Taurus, Pisces, Capricorn, Virgo, Leo, Aquarius, Pisces. All right, so that was for Capricorn. Oh. All right, so he's on Aquarius. Hey. Okay. So Aquarius, no contact. How are they feeling? So Aquarius, no contact. How are they feeling? Oh, what's that? Ooh. Pisces again. So, all right. Unrealistic expectations around you. All right. So they could fantasize about you too, idolize you. Could be done with the Pisces, could be done with the Libra. Oh yeah, so this is somebody who wants to people please you too, kind of like this last reading. So you must be dealing, I wonder if we're going to have Capricorn show up. We got Aries. So they feel like you're attractive, but something about your natural tendencies, the way you always do things, all right? Like the way you always do things is what like bothers them, all right? So they fantasize about you. I just seen the Three of Swords when I split the deck too. So they fantasize about you, and they probably regret how things played out, or they just regret not saying what was on their heart. They feel like you're fickle, all right? Like sometimes you want them, sometimes you don't. Like you can't make up your mind. I think they feel like you're vain. Maybe it's because you're attractive, all right? They think you're mystical though, because we got Pisces energy, which is a mystic. So they think you're mystical or psychic for some of y'all. Three of Wands. So they're waiting to hear from you. They feel like it's going to happen unexpectedly too, or like you guys are going to run into each other or bump into each other, all right? They feel like you guys had some type of falling out, but they feel like it'll still come back together. All right, we got Virgo, Gemini. So they be thinking of, oh yeah, they're coming back around. We got Capricorn, Virgo, Gemini, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Taurus. They're coming back around. So for some of y'all, they maybe watch y'all in a relationship, or they spy on y'all. they spy on y'all at work or see y'all somewhere, they see you somewhere is what I'm gonna say. Because like they're gonna manipulate a way to encounter you or bump into you or like start something up with you. It's gonna come by, I was gonna say like in a romantic way. It's like a romantic offer, but like they don't try to be romantic. They try to make it seem like it's a friendship, because Knight of Pentacles. So they're gonna try to make it look like it's a friendship, or like by doing service, or by like maybe like breaking some type of routine, or like some type of like schedule or something that you guys have, like maybe the way you guys interact. You know what I mean? They're expecting good things to happen. So this is gonna be somebody who's gonna come back around, or like, you know, start moving towards you, but like they're dragging their feet about doing it. All right, so this may be somebody who's not really feeling the most humble right now, or they're feeling humbled by you. Because I think it's your attractiveness, or like your natural tendencies, or it's your identity. Because first house could be your identity. For some of y'all, this is somebody that you've known for a while, like you've known from your childhood. So maybe like they're used to you being a certain way, and they feel like you've gotten off the beaten path of being that way. And it doesn't even have to be from your childhood. It can just be like, I've known you at one time, and when I first met you, this is how I seen you. But when I seen you again, you weren't like that. And so I don't really know who you are. And so it's like with the Pisces energy, it's like that dreamer fantasy. I envision you to be either better than or worse than you really were, or I imagine you to be like who you used to be. Because that can be an issue too sometimes. Because the first house here, it can be like, I can see you for who you used to be, but you're not that. So it's like, I don't know how to like see you now, because I kind of had pegged as like who you were, not who you are. You know what I mean? So it's like that issue here. So with the Tower here, they're starting to realize something about you. Yo, Biana, you. So they're starting to recognize or realize something about you. All right. They're realizing that maybe this relationship has potential to go somewhere. All right. Like there's potential to be something good, but they just kind of feel like maybe they were wasting their time, or like they're wasting their time, like dreaming about it and not trying to like make a balanced approach towards you. You know what I mean? So like they're going to come towards you, but maybe like in a timid way. Beyond, I would always watch for real, I'll be watching my sun and my moon. I watch my rising too, and it be hitting too. But I always look at it as the way of like how people would see me in the relationship, and not like what's going on. You get me? So like how they would see me moving and how they would maybe react to me. That's what my rising would be. How they would react to me in the reading. All right, but anyway, it's your appearance. That's what it's really about, your physical appearance. So you must be very attractive to them, all right? And that might be what makes them feel timid, or makes them feel like they need to like be cautious or slow or drag their feet when they come towards you. All right, so they're kind of like getting research or studying you, maybe learning more about you, researching you, watching you, spying on you, asking questions about you, talking about you. It could be a little gossip. They could maybe even tell little white lies like, yo, you know, I was just talking to so-and-so. I text her. We was hanging out. You know, it could be any of that. Like, you know, so-and-so started watching my story again. You know what I mean? Like it could be any of that type of shit. So like, they kind of like talk about you in a way, but it's like in a light, like a young childish gossipy type of way. It's not really big. You know what I mean? It's like they're just afraid to really like initiate and talk and say what's on their mind and like see where things go. But they're curious because they feel like things can go far. All right, for some of y'all, it's like a distance in a way. So like they haven't really talked to you because maybe they're feeling sensitive about the situation. Like maybe they feel like they're being unrealistic, and maybe they already kind of like know that, because we got Libra here, which is somebody who's also sensible. So it's like, you know, I could be like very dreamy and romantic and like imagine this relationship being all this and that. But then at the same time, let's be sensible about what's really going on. Can we really do this? And we do have Capricorn energy here too. So it's like, we got to really be practical about this. But at the same time, it's in reverse. So this is going to be somebody who would be doing something where they would just be bumbling in anyway, without a real plan or direction, just kind of like hoping it works. It's like throwing shots at the basket. And like, I hope if I just come back around and start talking that maybe this will go somewhere. You know what I mean? And they may manipulate it in a way of like asking for service, trying to do service. You know what I mean? It looks like a personal, huh? Dang. Hey man, I'm just telling you what's going on. I do my best. So anyway, they remember you being like very easy to get along with. You know, like they think about partnerships. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Is like they feel like this could work out, but they kind of feel like it would be something that they had to adapt to or have to change their perspectives on. Like the way that they see things, maybe the way society sees things. So some of y'all, it could be like race. I don't know. Like back and forth, like black and white, Asian, Mexican, Spanish, Hispanic, whatever. Because Pisces here means that there's some type of sacrifice. And sometimes it could be sacrifice of like your public image, because we got Libra here, which could be like, I think of the justice. And because the first house, which has to do with your personality and how people view you, or no, it's not your personality. It's how people, well, it is your personality. It's your early personality. You're building up to. or how people first recognize you. That's how they identify your personality. Anyway, so it's like kind of like when they first met you, it's like they kind of like are trying to figure out how to maybe work the situation. Don Faisons. Who is that? Oh, anyway. Yeah, you're gonna hear this person come towards you. All right, this may be somebody who also, like I said, maybe feels addicted to you or feels like they need to have you around. It could be a slight tinge of codependency. You know what I mean? Like they're maybe used to you being here, but they kind of feel like you don't show up as much, or you don't show up consistently anymore, or they don't see you consistently anymore, or they be looking for you, and you know what I mean? So maybe you guys work together, because it's kind of like I'm looking for you, but I don't see you as much, or I don't hear from you, or you guys didn't reply back, or it could be any of that. But they really see big things happening with y'all. So, you'll hear communication. That's what you will hear. And they may be expressing some of their desires with you too when you do. All right, but they're gonna try to come off as like very easygoing, and maybe just try to present it as like a friend situation, or just like them doing a service, or like helping out, or you know what I mean? Maybe just being in the area, but it was like manipulated. It was planned and strategized. Like they probably thought about that day that they would say whatever they're gonna say in one of those moments, you know what I mean? So, let me give you signs. We got Pisces, Aries, Capricorn, Virgo, Aries, Scorpio, Aries, Virgo, Gemini, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and Taurus. All right, so, y'all, let's go to Pisces. We made it. Pisces. Okay. Oh, here you go. All right, Pisces. Pisces, no contact. How are they feeling? Okay. All right, Pisces, no contact. How are they feeling? Right, we got there. We made it. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. It was a minute. All right, so Pisces, no contact. That was a lot. No contact. How are they feeling? Ooh, we got Pisces energy with Neptune. So this is not being clear. They're still confused. They don't know what's going on here. All right, I just seen the North Node when I split the deck, though. But the North Node just means that they feel like they're fated, or they felt like there's more that they need to learn. That they feel like maybe one of y'all was ahead of the other, or was more ready than the other. So there's confusion. All right, that's how they feel. They're unsure of their feelings, so they could feel possessive and aggressive towards you. So it could be a Scorpio, Aries, Aquarius. They feel like you guys are not getting on the same page, and there's confusion around that. And like maybe being assertive, and possibly needing to make a choice of like how to work together. Could be dealing with the Leo. So pride and ego is in the way, but it's all confusion about like, how do we move forward? You know what I mean? Because they're possessive and they're desiring you, and they want to be a lot more straightforward with you, but like, how do I do that? Of course, Aquarius Lee, thank you for rocking and rolling. Did you hit that like? I need that more than anything. Thank you so much. So this is what's going on. They really want to seek balance with you. You caught some type of internal conflict within them. And like I said, you guys have similar view of what you want in a relationship. You guys just maybe didn't have the talks, the conversations. Like you maybe had different views of the relationship itself. And you guys really didn't talk. It's just a confusion. That's all, just confusion. All right, and it's still kind of a mystery to this person what really happened between y'all. You know what I mean? They could feel a little angry, a little upset. You know what I mean? But it's like, at the same time, it's like, well, why am I upset though? You know what I mean? Because like I said, they desire you, or desire to work with you, or desire to be around you, or have you in their community, or like be friends, or connect, or, you know what I mean? Express themselves. Like you gave them a sense of pride, and you gave them some type of sense of like independence. Maybe they felt comfortable, but they also felt like you were helping them up in the world, like helping them be a better person. You know what I mean? And they really, you boosted their confidence. You know what I mean? You made them feel a lot more proud of who they were as a person. All right. Maybe you made them feel a lot more ambitious, a lot more driven. Yeah, you helped them face their fears. You got 9 of Wands. Could be done with a Sag. Yeah. They just feel like you weren't appreciative, or you didn't appreciate them. Like maybe they didn't make you happy. Yeah. Or maybe they weren't really offering you anything of value. Got the Queen of Pentacles. They felt like more so. All right. So for some of y'all, they feel like you guys were more immature, and maybe they still want a relationship though, but they just don't want to fight for it. They feel like you guys should be able to come to like some type of understanding, or like some type of like happy medium between the both of y'all, like where I meet you, you meet me. Let's resolve this without like being angry or blaming each other. So like this is what they would want to do. And right now, I mean, we got the Page of Cups, so that's your messenger, so you can get communication from them. And because we got the Queen of Pentacles here, any queens, I know is going to be them trying to invest seriously into the relationship. It may just come off as like being cordial, being playful, because we got Aquarius energy here that always shows up as somebody trying to be friends first. All right, that's Aquarius's move. So if you guys are ever trying to date an Aquarius, just be their friend. That's all you got to do. Just be their friend. Next thing you know, I love you. And you got you a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Just be their friend. All right. So anyway, that's what it's looking like. This person, even if this is like any of these signs I just mentioned, these are going to be trying people who are going to try to be your friend. All right. That's the first thing. So they're going to be trying to look at it as like the brighter side of a situation. Like if we can't really like get on the same page about what we really want, let's at least be friends, because the intention is still romanticized to like take this to the next level. All right. They feel like you could be somebody who's very beneficial or very helpful in their life, and possibly move them up, take them to the next echelon in their career or in their long-term achievements, like the goals that they have for their life. This could be like buying a house, maybe buying a car, maybe getting a career, maybe having their public reputation increase, you know, marriage. These could be long-term goals that they could be thinking about, all right? And they feel like you make them become a lot more driven or a lot more ambitious to do those things. So you inspire them, and they're kind of confused about why you guys aren't moving forward. You know what I'm saying? So with the Neptune energy here, it's just an emotional confusion. They couldn't even really explain to you how they feel or why they feel. And I could try to, because I'm doing it, because like they want to give you some, they want to be able to give you some assistance, and they want to be able to support you and be a comfort zone to you. But at the same time, emotionally, they don't know how. It's a Page of Cups. They don't know how. So like they don't know how to express how like unconditional love. This is somebody who right now would be somebody who gives to get. All right. That's all it is. It's somebody who kind of gives to get. It's like, I can see that maybe we can do something, but like, even though, because the first thing is Pisces, it's just like, I'm impulsive. I want to make something happen, but I haven't really come up with a clear vision about what I want to happen. I just kind of want you around. I just feel like we would be better together. But why? I don't know. I just want to give you stuff. But why you want to give me stuff? I don't know. I like you. I think you're attractive. It's fun to be around you. You know what I mean? That's the more childish way of it. It's like more the playful way of like, I would want to invest. So this would be like somebody who tries to take on some of your responsibilities, help out, be of service, do some things you need. But at the same time, where are we going with this? You know what I mean? We're growing, but it's like they suck at like really expressing it. Because they could be, for some of y'all, they could be younger. But we got the Queen of Pentacles here. So they got to really be like your age or just a little bit older, or they're mature enough where it's like they give by service, or they give by gifts, or they give by like doing things for you. Expressing how they feel, this isn't on the top of the list of like abilities that they have. They can see a long-term family with y'all, because we got the Ten of Pentacles here and the Two of Cups. They can see a long-term commitment with you. You give them this White House picket fence and a dog type of thing with the kids. You give them like that, you know, Leave It to Beaver type of lifestyle in their mind. So they can see that, and they're like, it hasn't played out in the way I hope it will. So like, I haven't really figured out why. So like, just be friends until I can figure out why it hasn't worked, or what's really going on here, or how I really even feel about the situation. So like, they still want to be around, and they still want to be supportive, and they still want to help out, but they feel like maybe we should just start like, I'm gonna say start slow, and just maybe just date, and like maybe get to know each other again. Cause like, this is be somebody who feels like they need to mirror what you do. And that's why I say like, it's a give to get. Like if I give to you, you need to give to me. If I do for you, you need to do for me. So it's almost like score checking in a sense. All right. But anyway, they feel like you're strong. So this could be spiritually, mentally, physically, psychologically, emotionally, or physically. I said that. They feel like you're strong. That's how they feel. They feel like you're strong, you're carrying on, or you're working with other people. And that might be part of like what the issue is too. They feel like maybe you're like dealing with having partnerships with other people, connections with other people. All right. And that's just why you don't want to compromise with them. For some of y'all, it's like they feel like you have like a sugar daddy, or you have somebody who's more mature than them, or somebody who's more invested than they were, or somebody who's like already ready to be like in a commitment in the way that you want them to be. So yeah, that's how they feel about that situation. You know what I mean? So it's like they want to come back around. They want to give back to you in hopes of this like starting again. But like there's uncertainty, and they kind of waver on what they think will happen in this situation, because they don't really know what's going on. That's what I'm really trying to tell you. Is like, they don't really know what's going on. They just like, I don't know. I like you being around. I find you attractive, but like on the brighter side, like I'm willing to do some stuff for you, but like I don't know what else to do. And so that's like really where it's at. Like they don't really know what else to do. Maybe they work a lot, or they're focused on like money, stability, and like, you know what I mean, building a family. So for some of y'all, they could be like focused on like building a family, building a relationship, and they maybe just want to like offer you something in a way that's like small, and it's like trying to be cordial, trying to be playful, trying to be flirty. But it's kind of like, I'm not gonna say secretive, but it's like I don't really know why I'm doing it. If it makes sense, it's like I don't know why I'm doing it. It's probably most likely because you're attracted to this person, or because like you make them feel confident when they're around you. So like things just feel good, and they can sometimes maybe lose track of time, or they could probably just lose track of like reality, where it's like, oh, I'm so glad I'm around this person, and they maybe forget. Because sometimes this could be like people who be in relationships, but like if you guys talk and you're very like chatty, flirty, creative, and like playful, they forget that they're in relationships, and they'll have one night stands. We don't have the Queen of Wands here, but that's what I was just getting at. Like maybe this is how that person feels, because the Nine of Wands is like they don't really want to move forward with it, but they do. They're like, you know, I've been in a situation like this before, and it didn't turn out too well. But like, you know what I mean? They want to. You get what I'm saying? So it's one of those, like they're trying to have like keep their mind optimistic about it, and they feel like you guys are like maybe having opposing views about what can happen, but they feel like you're on a similar path going in the same direction. So we might as well, but why? I do not know. It's one of those. All right, so let me give you signs. We got Sag, Leo, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Aquarius, Capricorn, Virgo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Virgo, Leo, Cancer, and Leo. Yep, possibly Taurus as an honorable mention. Bam. So thank y'all all. That was 2 hours. I did it. It was a little bit over 2 hours, but you know. My mouth was getting a little dry. I gotta take my dog out. My mom and them ain't get here yet, and I didn't unlock the door. Yep, but I did my job. I feel good. All right, y'all. Thank y'all again for hanging out. I'm kind of anxious because I couldn't sit still for 2 hours. It was a lot going on, mentally, emotionally, energetically. But I thank you for all the support. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I'm gonna try to do this again tomorrow. I'd be wanting to go earlier throughout the day, but like through the day, it'd be kind of like wacky. Like my schedule would be like, sometimes I have to pick my daughter up a little early. Sometimes after the gym, I'd be tired. Like I'd be trying to run. And then like after I run, for some reason, my body just be feeling tired. So I've been thinking about taking beets and see if that adds a little bit more oxygen to my blood and see what happens. Somebody was telling me that works. We're gonna see what happens. All right. But anyway, y'all, thanks for the support. Thanks for rocking and rolling. For all y'all who hung out through the whole reading, for all y'all who came in, left out, came in, thanks a lot anyway. I appreciate you being here. I'm gonna see y'all again soon. I don't know. I always say I'm gonna do it tomorrow, but I don't know. Some days I do, some days I don't. All right, I'm gone.